Welcome, everybody. So excited to have you guys here today. This is going to be a brand new one. This is our first ever, that I think at least, our first ever high level training. It's going to be one of many. Just so you guys know what's causing and behind this. I just recently got signed up to be I don't know what you say it. Basically, they're it's an endorsement thing, I guess, or whatever. So it's cool. I've been using them for about 5 years, and so full disclosure, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. And I'm happy to because I love the software. Again, like I've been using it since 2021. It's fantastic. We run huge portions of our business on it, and my goal is to kind of begin today by walking you through the basics, what it is, why it's important. And I put in the thing, I would love for you guys in the chat to tell me the parts of high level that you're most interested in. I'm going to be doing a lot of these trainings and making these available. And if you're interested, shameless affiliate plug, if you are interested in high level, now as an endorsed provider, I can give you a 30-day free demo account to get signed up and to try it. And if you do that, not only will you save a ton of money, well, I take it back. Not only will you get the 30-day trial, next week, if you watch their Black Friday specials, which I can't tell you about yet, you'll save a ton of money, and you'll get all of these trainings for free. When we do them, make sure that those are available to you and all that. So I'm probably even going to set up a GHL community just of people that are affiliates to help make sure that you guys are getting questions answered and trainings and all that type of stuff. So anyway, no requirement to buy. You don't have to. So I don't want anybody to go, oh, that's the only reason you're here. No, you don't have to. I want to make sure you learn either way. But if you do, there's some benefits to you in that process. So I'm going to put that in the chat real quick. GHL for 30 days for free. And there we go. And let's dive on in. I'm going to share my screen, and we'll have some time for Q&A as well. So as usual, just a couple bits of housekeeping, if we would. One, thanks to Sherry, who always shows up on these calls to help out, and I'm so grateful. Sherry's a great member of the team and helps us keep the chat going, which I always appreciate. Just a reminder, if you can keep yourself muted, please. We don't have near as big a group today. We've only got about 50 people. That's fine. But please keep yourself muted. We don't want to hear the dog or the phone and that. If we have when we have Q&A, you can raise your hand and we'll ask you to unmute at that point in time. And we will publish the replay out. So if you're here, that means you registered, and we will be sending out a replay and all that as well. So you'll have that available to you. All right, let's click on the share screen button if I can find it. And we're going to pop over my desktop for a quick presentation. Then we're going to dive into high level itself and show you some stuff in it. So first thing we really want to do is just talk to you about what is it and why do you need it? So most of us have been there. This is where I was in 2021 when I started using it. I had a gazillion different tools that I was using. None of them talked to each other really well. And it meant ultimately that I was missing opportunities at the end of the day. We weren't closing as much business as we wanted because I didn't have everything in the right spot. I couldn't see it. I didn't have good visibility. I didn't have an easy way to take care of it. Follow-up was a nightmare because, you'd get leads coming in and I didn't have a good way to follow up and let them know. Again, we tried a lot of systems and candidly, they didn't work out very well. So we decided to look at high level and market. It is a marketing automation system. And really what that means is it's a unified system. It's a central platform. You're going to see today, I'll walk you through all parts of it, that handles a lot of the repetitive sales and marketing tasks for you. And the nice thing is that means you can set things up once and then you don't have to worry about them. Kind of simple little things. Like if you've ever taken one of my training courses, you buy that on my store page, then you get an email that automatically gets sent out to you with all the details. You get a reminder email. You even get replay emails and all that type of stuff. You get added into a group. All of that's done through high level, and it's all done through an automation that I'll give you guys examples of later. And so the nice thing is once we set that up, go through that one time, it doesn't matter whether I have one person that comes into that training or if we've got 1,000 people, high level handles all of that for us. Plus it's got a CRM and everything else. There's all kinds of other things that we'll have a chance to go through in various trainings talking about how it essentially gives you that 24/7. I don't know if I'd use the word autopilot. That's the word Gamma picked. I'm using Gamma here for my slides, but it gives you that ability to autopilot most everything. In other words, you still want to keep checking on things, but it is nice to know that, again, I can have people respond to like Facebook chats and stuff literally in the middle of the night and have my high level respond to them, at least to let them know, hey, our offices are closed and we open in the morning. basic communication things that can make a huge difference. And what I found, I started using high level when I had my digital marketing agency. Now that I've moved to Whitebeard Strategies, it's allowed me to really scale growth because it lets me serve, whether again, one person or 1,000, it lets me serve them really, really well. So quick introduction, I'm going to show you, it's a single dashboard, super easy. It can replace a lot of other software you have, things like MailChimp, Calendly, ClickFunnels, HubSpot, and a lot more as we walk through that. And it is built by small business people for small business people. The only complaint I've ever really heard about High Level is that it's complex. It's not. It's pretty easy to use, but it has a lot of features. And so it's kind of like buying a new car and not necessarily knowing where the buttons are necessarily to do everything you want. And then after a couple days, you figure out where the lights are and you figure out where the windshield washer is. And you may not figure out the rest of it for a little bit longer till you need it. High Level is going to kind of work in the same type of way. The first main tool it has is a CRM, or contact relationship management tool. You need a place to store your prospect data, your client data, and it gives you that. I love it as a CRM because it is not over bloated. If you've ever used things like Salesforce and that, they're great, powerful tools, but sometimes they're so bloated that it's really difficult to use them effectively because they're so complex. The CRM inside Go High Level is pretty simple and I like it, and I'll show you how that works. Lead capture tools. This is one of my favorite parts. You can actually capture leads, you forms, all that. You can then even book phone calls through smart scheduling. If you ever use like Calendly or anything like that, you can actually book calls directly through this. Your calendar will integrate directly with Google or Outlook or things like that. So again, one less tool that you need. By the way, if you guys are wondering cost-wise, it's like 97 bucks a month is what high level costs. There are higher packages, but I ran on the $97 a month package for like the first 2 years of our business. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, Keep's another one. I see Denise mentioning Keep's another one. So that definitely can make a difference. The other thing I love about it is it gives you one dashboard for multi-channel communication. I don't know about you, but I get messages on Facebook, I get them on Instagram, I get them on LinkedIn, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of all of them because I don't go into LinkedIn like every single day. I probably should. I don't go to Instagram every day. One of the features is it allows you to bring all of these into one central dashboard and communicate. That includes emails and text messages, by the way, and all that. And that's neat because it also gives you a great customer history. So I can see Eric on the screen. If Eric comes back to at some point and says, "Hey, I talked to somebody on your team. I was texting them about this," I can look back literally in his record and see whether or not that was there or not, whether or not that happened. Now, Eric would never lie to me, but I've had a few clients over the years that might, and it's a great way to keep track of that. Or if my team members say something happened and it didn't, I can track that as well. This is probably, to my opinion, the heart of it. I know GHL says the CRM is, and it technically is, but the automations are where I spend so much time. Imagine all the things that need to be automated in your business and that now can be. A prospect submits a form and you want that form then to send them an email with a video in it. And you want it to track whether or not they watched the video. And if they did, within 3 minutes, send them a follow-up to book an appointment. And if they didn't, a day later, send them a different email with multiple branching things and different logic that you can use all throughout that. This is the way workflows work, and it's super, super powerful. It's really simple, though. It's basically there's a trigger, something that happens. There's an action that you want to happen, and I'll show you, we'll build out some of these, and then a result, the things that you want it to end up in. It's really simple to set them up, but there is a lot of powerful logic if you're interested as well. And then I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. This slide I should have reviewed better before I got in here. I won't have this exact one, but I'm going to show you. It's really easy though. And one of the things I like about it, and it's in the blue box, you'll see this, you can use personalization. So because there's a CRM in this, when Eric responds to something, I can literally respond to the email by putting in, you can see there a little phrase, contact.firstname_name. Don't worry, you don't need to remember that. It's all built in. And it will literally then, when it sends Eric an email, it'll say, "Hi, Eric," because it's going to reference that right from his information. So it allows you to personalize things really, really well. And just, again, works fantastic. The workflow above is a good example of something that, is nice to have. You can do an instant lead response where a form gets submitted. That sends a personalized SMS message to them. By the way, high level supports email, it supports SMS messaging, and it supports something called blind voicemail. If you've ever like had your phone like do a half ring and then you couldn't answer, it was gone, and you got a voicemail from somebody, that's probably what they call a blind voicemail. It literally is a pre-recorded message that you can send to somebody's phone and leave on their voicemail message. It can be a great follow-up, a great reminder, and things like that. And the impact of that can be huge. Harvard Business School did a study a couple years back and said that when you respond to a lead in the first 5 minutes, your chances of closing that lead are exponentially higher than at 6 minutes. Literally, it was like watching something fall off a cliff at 5 minutes. This gives you the ability when a lead reaches out, even if it's the middle of the night and you're not available, you can respond to them and say, hey, thanks for submitting your request. Glad to see that you've done that, Mike. I'm grateful for it. And we're going to follow up with you tomorrow morning when the office opens up and my team gets in. You've at least responded to them and set an expectation, and that can make a huge difference in the ability to close deals. So we'll talk about that later. And then we're going to dive into GHL now, but this is the thing. If you guys are interested, you guys can get a 30-day free trial. I put that in there. But now let's get out of the presentation and let's go to the fun stuff. Let's actually look at high level, and I'm going to walk you through the dashboard, share a little bit. Let me zoom in here just a little bit so it's a little bit bigger. Hopefully make sense of this. And then again, we will have plenty of time for Q&A as well. So when you log in, you're going to have your account right here. I've created a fictitious account called Pensacola Bay Marketing. And this account is just a sample account, so I can pull you into mine if we need to show specifics as well. You start off with a dashboard. So if you want to track outstanding deals and what's been converted and all that, you can do that here. This can also be customized. Notice you have an edit dashboard button. You can customize that to the extent that you want. You can add new features, all kinds of things, including tasks that need to be done, where your lead sources are coming from, Google Analytics, all kinds of stuff that you can put in here or not. You don't have to. One of the things I love is it even tracks your Facebook and your Google ads for you. So you've got one spot to go to be able to see how all of that's working for you. You'll spend a lot of time in the conversations tab, and this is the detail that you get when you have contacts actually in here. I'm going to switch accounts just so you can see some data. I'm going to go ahead and log into my account just so you can get an example. So here's an example. This is a real live came through. So here's good. So Vicky must have signed up for this. She may be here. I can't see at the moment. I can't see everybody. Hang on, is Vicky here? No, I don't see her on. She probably wanted to get the replay. But this is an email that went out, and you get to see by looking at Vicky's information, I can see here all of the things that have happened. I can also see her relevant contact information. I can collapse that if I want. I can then send her emails. I can send her WhatsApp messages. I can send her SMS messages, and I can do that all right from this dashboard. I don't have to go anywhere else. And the neat thing is then everything gets tracked. So here's an example. If I want to see this email, here's the exact copy of the email that Vicky got sent it's at the bottom here. Hang on, when did that go? You can see as I scroll through, you can do branded emails. My team gets those set up for me with banners and everything else. And we sent that out 2 days ago at 6:42 p.m. So I get to see. By the way, it also does things that are a pain in the tush, like your unsubscribe buttons. It puts those in there for you so that you're maintaining all your spam requirements and all that type of stuff. So super, super easy as it comes through. I see Ken just asked about the dashboard. I think as I switched, you're probably seeing stuff, Ken. Is that right? Can you see stuff now? Just real quick, we'll make sure. It looks like Sherry's got you.
We can see. Yeah,
Okay,
we can
cool.
see.
I,
Then there's
uh-oh.
calendars, and this is cool overall. Let me skip the survey. So this calendar happens to be blank at the moment, but you can link your calendars directly with your Google Calendar, with Outlook or whatever. So you can see your calendar, others on your team can see your calendar, and this handles full of bookings for you. So you can set up different types of meetings and all kinds of things like that for people to book with you. The full CRM that I mentioned. So we've got looks like 102,000 people in here. And again, I can go through and I can dig in on any one of those. I can dig down and get information. I won't do that due to privacy reasons. But in here, there's so many cool things I can do, and we won't have time for all of it. But one of my favorites is bulk actions. I can go in here and I can actually schedule bulk things to be done. So you can see we've got our AI Unlocked, which is one of our newsletters. It goes out, it's going out oh, it was created. I'm sorry, hasn't been completed yet. But you can see got created and it's queued and ready to go. That'll probably go out tomorrow morning. Heather, who's on our marketing team, she just finished 15 minutes ago, but she was able to get everything done and scheduled and ready to go out for tomorrow before she even left for work today or left from work today. So that's really cool. I can create all kinds of smart lists. I can do all kinds of things. You can, like I mentioned, you can send emails, text messages, all kinds of things. I don't use the opportunities tab, so I have no idea what's going to show here. But if you do, you can track opportunities through here and make sure that everything is working. You can see I have my, apparently my calendar disconnected, so it's got a warning at the top. I'll get rid of that one. This is one that I love, so we can pull up in payments and you can see orders and all that. So if you're using this for orders, I get to see any invoices that we've got. I can go click on here and I can see, did anybody order anything from me today? Sure did. I can see the orders that have been coming in and stuff like that. I can actually manage documents and contracts. I can manage subscriptions for people through this. I can manage different payment links that I want to have in place. So let's say you want to create a special payment link for something, an event or whatever, you can do that. I can look at transactions. I can look at a full product catalog that I can put in, and this can be physical or digital, doesn't really matter, as you can see, because we're actually calling a lot of this physical when it's digital. I can set up coupons. Many of you guys know we give coupons out for once you become a client, and you can put these coupons in place. I can set all kinds of settings, and I've got tons of integration things. So I integrate, for example, with Stripe and PayPal, but you can also integrate with authorize.net and hosts of others that are out there. And this is just a pittance of some of them that you can do. There's AI agents that are built in that you can take advantage of if you want to. There's full marketing capabilities, and here, these are some of my favorites. So a lot of you have asked about, what about posting to social media? How do you post to social media and schedule stuff? We use Social Planner. Now, I myself post personally because I want it to be the person, but my team posts a lot of stuff. And you can see they use the Social Planner. This automatically connects to multiple Facebook accounts, Threads, LinkedIn, Twitter, all kinds of, I think, other accounts beyond that. And they can literally go in and create them. It's easy as clicking on New Post. I can even upload if I want. I can create templates if I want, and I can create my post, my images. And one of the cool things about this is they also allow you to plant the first comment. So if you've ever wanted to put something and then you, like me, you don't like putting the URL to your link inside the post because Facebook and Twitter and they'll penalize you for that. They won't give you that organic exposure. You can put it in the first comment and you can even schedule that through here, which is really cool. Emails, I can do all kinds of email marketing. So if you're using MailChimp or Constant Contact or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that and track all your campaigns. You can create tons of templates. You can see we've got a lot of them here. I'll just click on one of them as an example. There we go. And you can customize these just like you can any other email. So super easy to do, and it makes it easy to send out, easy to track. Remember, part of what I mentioned, and one of the reasons I love high level is it's a single spot for everything. So I'm not bouncing back and forth between my CRM and MailChimp and here and there. Everything's right in here that I can do. You can create countdown timers. This is a great one. You can actually create trigger links. So you can create a link that you put in an email that triggers a whole automation to happen. I saw somebody mention earlier about the affiliate manager. We run our entire affiliate program through Go High Level, and you get to, again, it depends on where it's at. So we need some more, but it looks like we've got 32 clients in the last month from affiliates. And you can see Steve's the number one for the last month. We obviously have a lot of room we can grow there. But this manages all of our affiliates for us. I can look at different campaigns. I can look at different affiliates. I can do payouts. I can do all the media that we're going to give to them. All of this type of stuff can be done and managed from within this, which is super nice. You can even create brand boards if you want that allow you to create different brands that you may have. So if you're supporting multiple brands, like Eric, I know when you're selling, you've got a lot of different brands you're selling for. You could have different brand boards for each one. And you can even manage your ads in here. You can dig in and manage ads. Now, I don't know how to use every aspect of this because I don't use every aspect, but you can, and that's what's really cool. You can use the stuff that you want. Let's go to one of my favorite parts, and it's automations. So this is what I was talking about, where you're creating workflows that when something happens, we want to create it. So I'm just going to show you an example of how we can create one. It'd be super simple. So we're going to start from scratch. We could build one out any way that we want. So they've built AI in. So one of the things you can do is I can literally set things up. So as an example here, after sending a proposal, wait 24 hours, then send an MS message. Then in 7 days, do this. Then in 12 days, do this. I can do anything that I want, or I can just start from scratch and I can add a new trigger. And triggers are different things that you'd expect. Like maybe it's their birthday, maybe their contact record got updated, maybe they bought something from us, maybe there was a task related. But let's say we want to do the birthday reminder. I literally can do that birthday reminder and save that trigger. And now if it's Eric's birthday, I can trigger something to happen. Or if it's Athena's birthday, I can trigger, or Mike's, it doesn't make any difference. I can also create multiple triggers because maybe I want to say, well, if it's their birthday or if they joined and their birthday was in the last 30 days, I want to do something. And then I get to add in, you can see it's super easy. You just click plus and you add what you want. This is all drag and drop. So I would say I want to send them an email. I just type in email. Whoops, not email. There we go. Send an email. And it opens up the box and says, okay, who do you want it to be from? So I'll put in my name. And from the email, so Jonathan at Mast at whitebeardstrategies.com. What's the subject? Happy birthday. And I can pick a template. So if I've designed you can do in MailChimp and Constant Contact, like we said, you've got one with graphics, you can actually select a template. Or I can come in here and just make it really easy. Maybe I just want to send a personal one. Remember earlier I talked about how we could customize it? Well, I can click on this custom values here and go up to the contact and say, I want their first name. So I can, just like that, it puts that in, I can put a comma, and it'll be Eric or Mike or Athena. And then I can say, happy birthday. If I could type, there we go. I could add any on to that. I could do anything else. I can add my signature. I can add attachments. I can do anything. I can even then test it out by putting in my email here and saying, send me a test email to make sure that everything's working. Right now, you'll notice this is in draft mode, so nothing's going to happen. But I'm going to save this action. And this is where it gets really powerful. Let's say that after their email, I sent them a coupon and I want to check to see, did Eric use that coupon or not? I can actually do a wait state and say, I'm going to wait 3 days. There we go. And I can get a lot more advanced. And then I can add another trigger. Like I want to check, did he redeem the coupon? Did he watch the video? Did he, whatever I want. And I can have additional actions. Again, messages, you name it. I can also branch things as I go in here. So right now, this is pretty simple, but I can add multiple branches like if then. You can do if then statements. You can even do things in here like if I got a message back or he responded with something that was considered positive, it will use AI to go, oh, that sounded like a positive response, or no, that sounded like a negative response, and it can trigger based upon that. So lots of cool stuff you can do. I won't go a lot in here. Let me save. Yes, I want to proceed. Let's see if I can find one recently that we did. I think that's the one I just did. So let's delete that so my team doesn't go tomorrow. Jonathan, what were you doing? By the way, it's hard to delete unless you want to. They make you actually type the word out. So let's see here. We won't talk about all our Christmas sale stuff because that's not launched, or Black Friday. You can see we've got a bunch of stuff here. Let's see what else I've got. Let's see if I can show you a campaign real quick. Here we go. So here's our GHL webinar. This is what we're on right now. You can see I've got 342 people that have registered. So I can click on the details here. Here's our automation that we did for this event. We started with a form that you guys filled out, said, hey, we've got a form. We sent a welcome email, and that email included the link. I can click on this and I can see, there we go. And if I want to see the email, hang on, there we go. Here's the exact email that was sent up, all customized, including the Zoom link that got you here, the Google Doc that's going to have the replay on it and everything else. All that was set up in advance. Then we added a tag that's just kind of like a keyword, how we track in the CRM. We sent an event start date, so we knew that was happening today at 5 o'clock Eastern. And then we said, wait until 1 day before. It's one of my favorite features. So instead of saying wait a day from when they registered, no, just wait till 24 hours before the event and then send everybody who registered the same email. So we wait and then we send a reminder email that went out. And if I get that, you guys, it'll probably, here we go. There's the reminder email that went out. Then we waited 7 hours after the event. So 7 hours after this starts. So it started at 5, so at midnight tonight. That's just to give me enough time to get everything uploaded and done. Then it will automatically send this replay out, which will remind you about the Google Doc link that we have that'll have all the replay stuff in it. The neat thing is this is now done. My marketing team doesn't have to remember this tomorrow. I don't have to remember this. All I need to do is literally go out to Google Docs and find the oops, Drive would have been better. Find the GHL part. So GHL, let's see, what did they call that one? I forgot what they called it. Let's go take a look. I can actually grab the link right here. So here's the link. Now you guys got that earlier in your email. That's all good and dandy. Let me close out of that. Go over to Google. There we go. So when this is done, this Google Doc is already set up. All I need to do is go into this tab right here. And when I go into this tab, I'm going to post in the transcript, the Zoom chat, and the replay link will all get posted right here. And the neat thing is because we've already got that in and the link's already there, that'll automatically send out and work for everybody really easily. I found the sneeze button. Good. So super easy, super flexible, lots and lots of tools. Like I said, we run literally we spend more time in high level than we do anything else, not because it's hard, but because we run so much through that. You can set up sites, so you can set up sales funnels, websites. Our whole store, for example, runs here. We can even run webinars. We can host blogs. You can do WordPress hosting. Most of you guys know there's a client portal that you can go to so that you as a client can log in and see everything, every training you've purchased from us or registered from us, all that. And all of that's put in place right here. We can create forms and surveys and quizzes. We can embed chat widgets. We can create QR codes. I won't bore you with all that. All of that stuff can be set up super, super easily. And the neat thing is it's all done in a drag and drop mode. So I'll just pull up this one here for our profit mind training that we finished. The other thing that's really cool when you build out, this is a sales funnel, by the way, that we're looking at. You can put multiple steps in place. So I have my page and my thank you. But as you'll notice over here, I can even do A/B testing. So like on a landing page or an email, I can create two versions of it and see which one converts better. And it will actually do that for you automatically and transfer, and then you can pick the ones you want. Editing these are super easy. Everything's drag and drop. I'll just show you the editor here for a moment. So we log in, literally everything is sections. You can see the outline kind of moving around as I do that. Very easy to set up. I literally can click and type right here. I can insert images. I can add padding. I can change color. Let's say I wanted this to be orange. I literally go in here and I change it to orange like that. I want it to be bigger. I go in and I make it a bigger size. That's over here. Let's make it really obscenely large. So super easy, all drag and drop, all super simple. I'm not going to save these because I don't want to save those changes, but you can also then embed all kinds of information. Like we've got testimonials embedded, images like I showed you, and then even in this case, if you guys may have experienced, we can embed forms to buy things. So like our trainings and all that. If you're selling a book, you're selling a training, you're selling even something physical that you want to ship, you can literally sell it through Go High Level and get shipping notifications. You can manage your orders, whether things have been shipped or not. There's all kinds of things that you can do through that and tons of flexibility. You can manage memberships. So as most of you know, we have a number of different communities that we do and different memberships. I can have my client portal in here. I can have all the courses, our communities. So I know most of you are a member of one or more of these, but you can see instead of going to like school and paying $99 a month to have each community, these are all part of what I get. I get an unlimited number of communities that I can put in place. And that's cool because now I can set new communities up. Like I mentioned, we're going to set up a community for high level trainings. I'm literally going to do this. It's create a new group, high level trainings, and I'll let my team make it pretty later. I enter a brief description. I can make it discoverable or not discoverable. For now, I'll turn discover off. And I can add branding, images. I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. And I can create group. And you'll see just that fast, I've been able to create a brand new group. This interface will look very familiar to you when you're there. And I'll make sure you guys all get invited to this, by the way, once it's published and out. And I've now got a group that I can come into where I can put in lessons, I can put in events, I can see all the members, anything like that. All of that can be created. And you saw it took seconds to create. One of the things I like, one of the reasons I have multiple groups, is if I was using like high level or circle, every one of these groups you see, I'd have to pay about $100 a month for. So we'd be spending thousands of dollars a month. With high level, I spend $97 a month and I can have all these groups. So it's a great, plus everything else we talked about. You get media storage. This is great if you want to manage your Google reputation. We are not doing that on ours, so not much is going to show up here. But you can literally link it to your Google reviews, your Facebook reviews, and all that. And then you can even set up automations. Like somebody leaves you a Google review and you want to send them a thank you, you can automate all that. Tons of reporting. And then if you're really crazy, there's tons of additional apps you can get that you can add into this for different reasons. So, for example, my CRM, I happen to know the owner of that. He's out of New Zealand, and he has it set up so that you literally buy a SIM card and a cell phone instead of having to lease phone numbers that can be very expensive. SIM cards you can get for next to nothing, and it's all integrated. And you see he's got great ratings, and he's been doing that for years. But you can see there's lots of different apps and lots of pages. There's 67 pages of things that I can go through to figure out what I want. And then there's a whole other settings thing. I'm not going to bore you with all the settings, but there are a gazillion settings you can go through to get things set up and organized and customizations you can do. There's even audit logs. So if you're wondering what's going on, you can look and there's full audit logs for everything that's happening. So Go High Level is really powerful. Again, my goal here was to give you just an introduction to what it is and how it works, and hopefully through this help you go, wow, there's a few things in there I could use. I could replace a couple bits of software that I already have. Therefore, in the end, it may not actually cost me any more money than what I'm spending. It may actually save me money from what you're doing now between your CRM and your mail software and other things like that. It could easily save you some money and hopefully give you some tools to help better serve your clients, help you close more business. So I'd love to answer your questions and go there. Let's start off. If you've got a question, you raise your hand. I'm going to go ahead and see what I've got in the comments here, and then I'll pop over real quick. So I'm going to kind of work up here. Uh, is there a discount? So I can't give you details, but I can tell you if you sign up for the 30-day trial today, over Black Friday, something that's happening here next week, a week from today, or a week from tomorrow, there are some incredible deals that they're putting out that are massive discounts. If you sign up, you don't have to sign up today. You can sign up then too. I'm going to be publishing links then if you want to wait. But if you want to play around with it and go, yeah, take a week to decide if you think it's right, some huge discounts coming out on Black Friday. What I give you when you do it through me is you're going to get a 30-day trial instead of the standard 14-day trial if you go to high level. And I give you all of my Go High Level trainings that we're going to do for free. So that's the discount there. Real quick here, it doesn't include email, or it doesn't include email, question mark. So there is email service connected to this. You can connect it to third parties and stuff as well. So it doesn't give you like an email address, like a Gmail email address, but it has email capabilities that you can use to send out and just connect with where you're at. And then Jen's asking, does it take place of an email manager? Jen, I'd love you to raise your hand. I'm not sure I know what an email manager is or in that context, so I'd love to see if I can answer that for you. But I know what that. So let's see here. Is it Rini or Rennie? I'm sorry, I'm going to probably mispronounce that.
Yes,
What
it's
can I do?
Rini. It's Rini.
Rini,
Thank you.
okay.
Hey,
What can I do for you?
so yeah, my question, that was me. That was my question about the email. Do you have to get a separate email client to connect to high
Mm,
level? Does it
no.
include a email client?
Yeah, so good question. It's not the email client you're thinking of. So it works through the CRM instead. Let me just show you here real quick
Meaning you
where that
can
is.
email through the system, not having to go purchase
Correct.
MailChimp or any other platform.
Yes, you do not need to do anything like that. So let's just grab this contact here real quick. So I can pick an individual contact and I can come down right here and I can send them an email just right here inside the system with BCCs. I've got my screen zoomed in a little bit because we're on Zoom. Generally, just to give you perspective, I run it out a little bit further. Oops, hang on, I'm pressing the wrong key. I
So
don't zoom in further.
can you send bulk email?
Yes, so that's the second thing you can do is I can either do that through bulk actions or through groups. So I can add users into any type of group that I want to add them to, and I
Like
can send
tags,
out
or you can send out the tags or
tags.
whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
So for example, let's do a quick smart search here a minute if I can remember where that is. Hang on, I got to highlight the buttons and remember. Oh, I just have to hit filters first. That's what I have to do. Sorry. So my team spends more time in this now than I do. But let's say I want to search for anyone that has a first name. So I'm going to say is not, uh, and well, no, say is. Anybody with the first name, I like Jonathan. So anybody with the first name Jonathan, apply. All right. It found 67 records. So there's 67 records out of my 100,000 of people with the name Jonathan. There's a lot of different ways I can do this. The easiest way is I just click here and say select all 67 records. And then I click, hang on, if I don't get my highlight, I click email and it literally is going to pop up here if things work the way I expect them to. It opened up on a side window. Sorry, it's a pop-up and it wasn't on here. And I can then type out my email and send it to them. I can do the same with SMSs or anything else. I can also do that by tags that I mentioned. We have lots of different tags that we use, and those tags then give us the ability to basically create custom lists, do anything like that that we want.
Okay.
I could grab everybody, for example, that had registered for this event and send them a bulk email or whatever. Does that answer your questions, Rini?
Yeah, so when you can upload a contact list, is there a limitation of how big your contact list can be?
Not that I've run into. I mean, we're running in just over 100,000 records right now, and I
Really? So you
know
send everything from there? You don't use any external
I
client?
personally use my Gmail email client for personal stuff, but all of our marketing messages, all of our class confirmations, all of our bulk
Goes through
stuff, everything
your domain
yeah,
email.
everything goes out through high level. Now, full disclosure, I do keep a beehive list, and we do that for what we call our bad emails. Bad emails are people that
Okay.
have signed up but have not responded to us in a
Right.
certain period of time, like 90 days.
Right.
Instead of sending those out on high level, and this is an advanced thing, you don't even need to worry about this when you're getting started. But because we have an email list of over 100,000 people, if I send it out to everybody on both the good and the bad list, that will damage the
Right.
reputation of my domain. Now, it's not going to ruin it, but I'm going to go from an
It'll give you
A.
low deliverability, right?
Exactly. It's going to impact my
Yeah.
deliverability. So we take and we do that every week. We go through and we have an automatic filter that takes everybody who hasn't responded in X number of days to an email or opened one, and they get pushed to a beehive list.
Okay.
That
All right.
beehive list, and here's the irony. I spend more money on beehive every month than I spend on high level.
Okay. All right.
So, but we do it to protect the domain.
So with the SMS, do you have to connect Twilio or does it come with SMS or what's the extra charges? What's the deal with that?
Great question. So you will pay for every email you send, and you'll pay for every SMS you send, but it's fractions of a penny. So give you an example, last quarter, and just to give you perspective, we send out on average about, I want to get the right number. Bear with me because we don't send it to everybody on the list, but we send out 2 emails a day. We're roughly about 80,000 emails a day that we send, seven
Okay.
days a week.
Okay.
So that's what 500,000 emails plus a week. And for the last quarter, I had to spend about $800. That's
Wow.
for the last 3 months at sending 500,000 messages a week. So it's pretty inexpensive in the big picture. If I ran the numbers back, you're talking fractions of a penny to send those out. Same with text messages. You do need to connect to a service. They give you both on the email and that they give you services that High Level has that you can connect to, or you can connect to a Twilio or a third party or something like that if you choose to. One of the great things about High Level is they give you a lot of flexibility. I know some people go, well, Jonathan, if I go to MailChimp, I don't have to do that. Well, you have to pay them a lot more money if you get over a base list. Like I said, I'm paying more to Beehive just for the emails that I keep there than I pay for my entire bill, even all my usage costs on high level. So they're very, very affordable and it's flexible because you get to connect to so many different services.
The,
Does that
the
make sense?
platform, Yes, it does. The platform that I have now is Kartra. I can send up to 25,000. I can upload up to 25,000 contacts and send it unlimited and
Hmm.
it's included in the price. So that, I guess that was my biggest question because
How much can I ask how much you're paying for Kartra?
I pay, well, they gave me the professional level, which is like the 400 tier, but they upgraded me for free when I had the lower tier. So right now I'm paying $219
Okay.
and I can have 25,000 contacts and I can send unlimited emails that's within that price.
My guess is you're not going to spend any more on high level. I can't tell you that definitively, but if you did, it wouldn't be much more, and you'd have all the extra features that you may not get with Kartra. So you'd have everything included with that.
Okay.
And again, I'm not going to say high level is perfect for everybody. It's not. There are people that, there's other companies. I do think it's great for most. One thing I can tell you, if you sign up for the demo and get the high level's got a great support team, you literally can hop on Zoom calls with them and they'll walk you through stuff. They could run the numbers and give you better estimates than I could as to
Okay.
what your costs would be. I unfortunately, um, I get to be the guy that endorses them. I don't get the guy that has all the data. But yeah, I'm seat of the pants. I don't think you'd spend much more, if any, and you'd get all the extra features.
Okay.
Is where I think you'd be at.
Okay.
So
Thank you so much.
no, good questions. I'm glad you brought them up. Daryl, you're up next. What's on your mind, sir?
Hey, Jonathan, good seeing you, man.
You too.
Hey, just a quick question. I've already been working on some of the workflows, the pipeline, just in
Excellent.
general. Where would you suggest somebody start? If they're starting off, is there like a certain starting point to kind of jump in? Because to your point, this is cumbersome. I love the fact that you can customize this, but you can be overwhelming too, right? So where's the
Yep.
best place to start?
I want you to generally look at the need you've got. For most of us, that's going to be probably emails. In other words, email and then lead capture is the other one. If you've got a form on your website that people fill out, a contact form or something like that, imagine creating an automation so that when people fill out that contact form, that they automatically get a message from you within 2 minutes going, "Hey, it's Daryl. It's after hours. I'm sorry we can't reach out to you right now, but my team's going to be in the morning, and I or my team will be in touch with you tomorrow." Just that little touch base, that automation can be super, super helpful. It's great
Great.
for sending out emails. It can work really well. When we got into it, I just started using it as a CRM when I got started. We literally replaced it and started using it as a CRM. Our sales team at the time, I had an agency. We had three sales reps. They were using it to track calls, to track tasks, to follow up, and to do pipeline management at the time. So when they do proposals, we could track what proposals were due, what stage they were in the process. And as a manager or the owner of the agency, I could look at that point and say, okay, Daryl, it looks like you've got these that were supposed to close last month, or we've got 2 weeks left in November. What are we doing to close these deals and move them forward? So it gave me great visibility into the system to try to help make sure that we could facilitate that. It was very good data.
Okay.
But yeah, I recommend pick one or two things that you want to start with. There's so much more you can do. And that's what we did when we got started. I mean, I didn't do a lot of these things until I got in. Maybe it's reputation management. If you go, you know what? I need to improve my Google and Facebook reviews and I need a way to make sure I can automate that. Imagine that every time you marked a contact as having done a job for them or send them whatever, you can set automations that would trigger that it would send them a reminder. Go, hey, Daryl, it's Jonathan. I just want to let you know we wrote your blog posts that were due this month. They all got posted. Everything's looking great. By the way, if you're happy, we'd love it if you'd give us a review. If not, you can do something else. The neat thing is you can even build automations in. So you could put a form in and say, Daryl, we'd love to know how we're doing. On a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate us? 5 being excellent, 1 being terrible. If they put in a 1, 2, or 3, you can redirect that form to your email. And that would basically open up a box and say, Daryl, I'm so sorry that we're not meeting your needs. This is Jonathan, would you tell me what we can do to improve? If they give you a 4 or 5, you could immediately direct them to your Google page and go, would you be willing, or a page that says, would you be willing to leave us a Google or Facebook review? And they say yes or no on that. So, but you're never directing a 1, 2, or 3 then to your page. You're only directing the 4s and 5s to
Oh,
that page.
yeah, that
you're
makes sense.
still you're still in line because you're not stopping people from doing that, which Google doesn't want you to do, but you're filtering before they get to that point. So you're basically saying if you had a bad experience, okay, I need to talk to you first to figure out how to turn that into a 5. And it's a great way to build reviews up. So yeah, there's so many things. It's picking one or two, spend a little bit of time getting those figured out, and then start adding in additional services as you see the need. My guess is, it could be social media management, just posting your social media, email, things like that. Again, there's so many options in there.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys are on it right now and you're liking it and you want to renew, shameless plug for their Black Friday. I'm going to be sending out some links for Black Friday for existing clients as well, and that gets you all the trainings that we offer and stuff as a bonus if you're interested. So, next we have Jim. Good to see you. What's on your mind?
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm
Thanks so
blessed
much for
beyond
this.
measure, sir.
Excellent. Um, what I wanted to find out is when you do custom fields like in emails, can
Hmm.
you also do custom fields on things like landing pages or
Yes.
okay, so what are you familiar with Right Message?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I've
It's
heard of it, but I'm not
what it
familiar with it.
does is you sort by tags and say your tags say that this person is a small business. Then you customize the sales page to small business by changing a couple headings. And if
Yeah.
they're a big business, and so basically that's what I want to do without paying right message. Because it's
I want to say I'm 99.9% sure that all works. I don't build out many of our landing pages anymore because I'm blessed to have a marketing team that does it.
hmm
But I am 99% sure that you can dynamically change content on those landing pages based upon custom fields. Yes.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
In fact, I'm so sure of it that I just hate being positive, but I remember
Right.
talking about it with a couple of we have a couple consultants that we work with when we've got like major GHL stuff to do or stuff that I had one the other day. We got 22,000 orders in under an hour. They were all bots and they were all spam. They were people trying to ding credit cards. Unfortunately, Stripe let like 80 of them through. But
Wow.
we got notified because it was an anomaly and we were able to stop it. That my team was able to figure out. But then I had the question as the owner going, okay, how do we avoid that in the future? There's got to be a way to avoid that. Literally it was over 22,000 orders in like 90 minutes or
Oh my
70
God.
minutes. I'm sorry. It was crazy. And so I reached out to one of my GHL consultants who I recommend people if they get stuck. And I'm like, Josh, what can I do? And he's like, oh yeah, it's a quick setting. We can turn it so that what's the most orders you get in an hour? And I'm like, maybe 100 or so. He goes, okay, we'll set it at 300. If you get more than 300 orders in an hour, it'll just pause everything for 2 minutes, and
Oh,
then
interesting.
and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that's the other thing I like about high level is if you get stuck on something, there's so many people out there supporting it because it's so popular that it's really easy to get support that twice a year when you need it, and not have to pay an arm and a leg for it when you need that.
Right, we're on
So.
Kajabi right now, and it's an expensive date for sure.
It is, yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
mean, I've used Kajabi before. I've used it's now Keep. It used to be called something different when I used it,
hmm
and HubSpot, and they're all. I
Right.
mean, HubSpot to get started, you're talking a $10,000, as I
Wow.
understand it. I'm what I'm with $10,000 a year to get started,
Wow.
versus $97 a month times 12, so $1,200. It's a little
Yeah,
bit
right.
cheaper. So
Great.
awesome.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very much.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see here. I got to scroll up because my screens are too small. Is it Just Sturgis? That's who we've got. I should have just been able to see in the face. What's up, sir?
Not much. How are you?
Blessed beyond
Um,
measure again, doing well.
as
Watching the
always,
sun set outside, so it's a good day.
there you go. Um, so kind of a two-parter. The first one is, do you know if there's a difference between a sub account and then your own paid account in terms of functionality?
Depends on how you do it. So when you sign up for high level, if you're familiar with it, but if you're people are on the phone or not, you can sign up for one account, which basically gives you technically three. You get to have three companies on that. Or you can sign up for a reseller account, I believe they call it. And my names may be wrong, but basically that allows you to resell high level to other people. So if you want to pay like $297 a month, you can resell high level to other people and make money at it. I know a ton of people that do that. In fact, they just had their recent convention, and there were many people there that I know of personally that are making five figures and six figures a month selling high level to other people. So it can be a whole business. On that setup, when you do that, you have main accounts and you have sub accounts. Let me share my screen just to probably make a little more sense for people because I have the 297 plan. And let's figure out why I can't see everything. All right, let's go back into actual size. That's not what I wanted. That was worse. Okay. Nice try, Jonathan. We'll zoom in a little bit more. But when I go over here, I have multiple accounts. So I have my account, and then I have these sub accounts here that I set up. The Pensacola Bay Marketing sample. This is Sherry, by the way, another client that we have that we've done, or no, that was a training I did, sorry. And then in here somewhere, there's another brand of ours that we have. So these are literally separate instances of high level, but they're running underneath my account. So if Sherry didn't want to work with me anymore, she could remove her account or I could remove her account. I'm not going to do that, obviously. Sherry's amazing, but I have that ability. I get to choose what features these accounts get. So as I'm setting that up, I can choose to limit them or I can choose to do more through what's called an agency view. And again, I don't know what happened to my screen, but through the agency view and settings, if I look and find out wherever that is, let's see here. See if I can do settings here. Manage client. There we go. You have to bear with me. I don't get in this screen every day, but I can literally go in here and I now can control, do I want them to have X features or not have X features? So there's tons of features in here. I can limit and I can turn on all these things and each of these burn into more. I can give them the ability. This is really cool. We don't resell, so I don't use it. But let's say you want to resell this. So I see Dale's up on screen. If Dale said, hey, I want to sell high level to my clients, he could do that and he can then enable what's called rebilling. So we talked about how emails and text messages cost you fractions of pennies. You can mark that up if you want. So we used to, when we had our agency, we used to charge like 2 cents per text message. And we made like a penny and a half per text message. Doesn't sound like much, but when you get a client sending out 10,000 text messages a month, that brought in some good revenue. Same with email and that. So you can do all of that if you want. They also have a marketplace for other services you can sell that you can integrate if you want. 177 apps currently, it looks like, and all kinds of things that you can do. So I don't know if I'm answering your question, but yes, you get to
No, you are for
control
sure.
you get to
So like,
control what features. So you can even have multiple tiers. A lot of the people that
yeah,
I know, they have, okay, I've got my $99 tier and it's basic and you get the CRM, you get, the automations and you get the review management, but you don't get everything else. And if you want to add email, it's another 50 bucks. And you
sure.
can also white label it. I know it's hard to see on my screen right now, but you'll actually see I've got my Whitebeard logo really small over here because I messed up my side menu some reason. See if I reload it, if that fixes the zoom, it may not. But you can white label everything. So yeah, there we go. That's a little better.
You're not sharing.
You can brand it the way you want. You can call it whatever you want. I know a lot of people that just resell high label or high level and have rebranded it. And again, that's their entire business is just running that as a software as a service.
So like our FormWise accounts that came with the GHL, that is one of those sub accounts you're just showing
So you
me.
have a sub
And,
account. Yep. And you can
and
always
they
move that
determined what we had access to.
yep. If there was ever a problem or you said, hey, I don't like, and I encourage you to do that, by the way, I'm not at all, they're great guys, but if you ever wanted to move it or you needed more features, you can transfer out of that. So you're not stuck or anything like that. But yeah, they've created a sub account for you. It's like Sherry's got a sub account on mine. Sherry, are you on here? I think I saw you earlier. Did
Yeah, she
your
is.
sub
Yeah.
account, it works just like you'd expect, right? I mean, it's no
Oh,
different,
yeah.
correct? Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I have
and Sherry
five
gets
of
that
them
because,
that I've
yeah,
known. So
just because she's on staff that she gets one. So, but yeah, if you've got five sub accounts or five, you may
yeah,
want to
on
just,
five different platforms. So I
yeah,
never started any because I didn't know how easy it would be to move to my own if I wanted to.
super simple. I mean, so Sherry did move over because when
Yep.
we offered that to staff, she moved
It's
over
super
because it saved
easy.
her money. Well, how
Yep.
long did that take you, Sherry, to move? Can you give me a quick,
The
because you did it,
longest
I didn't
part
do it.
is getting the agency ID took a couple of days because the
And that
person
was a
who
total Jonathan issue.
it was just the person who would get it for him wasn't available. So that took a couple of days. But normally if the person has their agency ID handy and the person who's receiving your account is ready, then it's super fast. It's
Awesome.
if I can nerd out a minute, it's probably just GHL going into a database and saying this points to this now.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
That's probably it.
we moved about a year ago. We hired a new consultant and they're an endorser like we are before we were, and they're like, "Hey, would you mind moving your account? It helps our numbers." And I'm like, "No, you're helping us out with our email management." And so I did, and I think it was, yeah, like a 30-second process. It was so simple. They handled most of it for us, but I had to answer a couple questions, and it was super easy. The neat thing about that is so like in their case, so I moved my account underneath them. That meant I counted as their numbers. Now I've upgraded and moved out of that because I'm in their endorsed program. They still get paid a percentage, not as much, but they get paid a percentage of everything that runs through my account too. So again, as a software as a service platform, it can be very, very profitable.
Mhm.
So
That's
Sherry,
awesome. All right.
thank you for
Second
sharing
part of
that,
that
Sherry. I
question, real
appreciate it.
quick, is if we sign up through your link, are we signing up for a sub account under you, or are we getting a
Yeah,
new?
you get a sub account under me, but it is full
Okay.
fledged. That we don't
Yeah.
filter.
No,
Oh, no, no, no,
no
no, no.
problem with
I'm
that.
thinking
I
no,
trust
no, no,
you.
no, 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 no. I'm saying that wrong. No, you're getting. I don't do sub accounts unless you're on staff. So when you do it for me,
Uh,
you're getting a full GHL account. I don't know why I said that. I was no totally wrong. We only do sub accounts for staff members. So you would be getting your own fresh GHL account.
we get
Um,
three business account.
Yep. Yep. And the big thing you
Cool.
get when you do it with me is the standard GHL trials 14 days. And
Yeah.
because of my program with them, you guys get 30 days. And so you get an extra, and then of course, as a incentive, because I've got to do a bunch of trainings anyway, I give those away for free. They don't care if I charge for them, but I give them free to anybody that uses one of my links. So just as an
Perfect.
incentive to hopefully keep you guys there and make that valuable. So
Can I add on
Cool. All
something to
right.
that,
Thank you,
Jonathan?
John.
please, Joa.
So I was just at an event last weekend where one of the GHL affiliate managers came and spoke, trying to get us to sign up to be affiliate managers. And one of the really good things about going directly, like through Jonathan's link as he's promoting, is that if you go directly, so you just have the account under GHL, but Jonathan still gets the credit for that. You also have access to GHL support 24/7, and they will get on a Zoom call with you
Which is
if
really
you
cool.
have help, if you need help. If you go under somebody else's white label, it's up to that person to support you. So unless you know them very well and know that, what kind of help they have, that Jonathan's route is definitely the way to go because you get direct access to GHL versus that whoever's running your white label. Not that there's bad white label people. There are very good
No,
white
but
label
there are some
people.
that don't care, and
And
Joe,
there's
it's a
some that
really
are
good.
just in it brand new to, oh, I'm going to sell a SaaS. And yeah, so
Well, and it's one of the reasons we don't do it other than for staff members because I don't want to support high level on a 24/7 basis. And candidly, their support has gotten so good. Now, when I started in 2001, it wasn't what it is now. It wasn't bad, but they didn't have that feature. That ability to hop on 24/7 and do it is amazing. My son just did one for his company, and he's actually full-time mechanic at Delta and starting up a new company. And he was dead at work, so he literally hopped on at work. He works third shift. It was like 3 in the morning. He's like, I can't believe it's 3 in the morning. And he goes, I get a live person on Zoom with me walking me through my issues, and it took 5 minutes. So yeah, thanks for sharing
yeah,
that, Joe. I
people should
appreciate it.
definitely sign up under your link and then they get that direct GHL
Yeah,
access
because it's
and your trainings.
yeah, you're not, and I'm so sorry I messed that up. You're not getting a sub account. You are getting your full-fledged account for that. Yeah. So that's part of the way their stuff works. So Joe, thank you for clarifying that. Obviously,
Yep.
you can tell this is my first training I've done on this, so I've got to think about what I'm saying on it as
I
well.
had to ask about it. I was at Molly's event this weekend and I had to ask about it repeatedly because I'm like, now wait, what? So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Shalita, you're up next. What's on your mind? Shalita, are you there? We'll give you just a second. If not, we'll come back to you. All right, three. Every time I move on to the next person, they always find the mute button. All right, Dale, we'll go to you and we'll come back to Shalita. Dale, what's on your mind, sir?
She could not be heard.
Oh, I'm sure. Not a problem. We'll go
No,
ahead
I'm
and show.
just joking. That's her last name.
Oh, duh. Boy, can you tell it's the end of the day for me? Wow.
Okay.
All right, sir, what's on your
Um,
mind?
all right. I need to know how to, okay, I've sold some orders and I realized I didn't have a funnel set up for them to do. So I could contact them in 2 days, see how they're doing, blah, blah, blah. How can I add that in?
Great question. So you've already got the landing page, right?
Right.
Super easy. Are on that, is this your password landing page? So they're buying the thing, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So just you don't have to change anything on the landing page. You'll literally just go into automations and you'll create a new automation. And what you're going to want to do is say it, you need to set your trigger, and your trigger will be order submission.
Okay.
And then when you do order submission, it will ask you to filter, and you'll specify order submission for your $47 password protection program. So you get to pick what order, and then you literally just build it out from there. It's super easy.
Hey,
Okay.
can I add something? Because that's what I did
Yeah.
on my first automation, and it screwed up because order submission means the order was submitted, not that it was successful.
Oh, that's right. They have different things in there, don't they? Let's go take a
Yeah.
look at that. That's a really good point, Sherry.
Yep.
Hang on, let me switch to the right view. Yeah, thank you. I had
You don't want
forgotten about.
anybody getting anything for free, right?
Yeah, no. You're right. All right, so let's go into here real quick under automations. Hang on. There we go. And we'll create a new one real quick. Create workflow, start from scratch. By the way, they've got a great AI you can use if you want to build them out. So here's your add trigger, and we're just going to search for order. Yeah, you don't want order form submitted. You want to make sure it is order submitted. So I said that wrong because order form submitted doesn't mean their payment went through. So it's super important. And then
So
you can add a filter.
I would use payment submitted
You could use
or
that too. Yeah, good point.
payment. Yeah, I would use that. That way you're 100% assured that it's gone through.
Yep. So there you can go. Payment received. And then
And
you
then
just
add
add
the
a filter
filter
for what the product
success.
is at that point, Dale, and you're good. So you can select a product or whatever out of your standard fields here, like global product.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
See where it says payment status
Yeah, there you go.
is
Is, and then success.
success. Yes. Then add the filter for the product.
Then you add another filter for your product, and
Yep.
you're good to go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Super good question. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. I'd forgotten they have a couple of those, and it is important that you pick those out. So hopefully you get a
Thanks to
bunch more.
both of you.
By the way, if you're on here and you create GPTs, Dale has a great password protection system he just put up for sale. I highly recommend you go consider it. It's all of a whopping $47. It's a good deal. All
Hey,
right.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
I'm looking for your affiliate link that isn't the one that you used to use, the one for you. And I don't see it in this list that they sent over to me a couple days ago.
Okay. So you want the
Am I
bit.ly link that
missing
I
it?
just put it? If you look at the bit.ly
The,
link I just put in, the bit.ly.wbs or slash WBS dash GHL.
okay, got it. Okay, thanks.
Yep. So, Dale, if somebody was asking for you to share your link, I give you permission. Go ahead and share your link in there if you want for your password thing. Got a couple people asking for that.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Shalita, are you back with us yet? There
Yes,
we
I
go.
am back. Can you hear me?
Awesome. I can, loud and clear. What can we do for you today?
So I have a question. I asked in chat, and Sherry said she wasn't sure. If we do the 30-day trial using your link now, will we still qualify for the Black Friday specials or
Yes. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yep.
So they can run
Yep.
congruent?
Yeah, it's so the promo is basically the same whether you're new or not. And again, I apologize, I can't give you details. That's part of my contract.
Uh-huh.
But there's two different links. One is a new customer link and one is an existing customer link. We'll be publishing both of those on Thursday or Friday. We can't publish them. I'd have to look at the paperwork, but they've given us, we're kind of under the, hey, you know what's happening, but you can't tell anybody until this date type of thing.
Right.
So we'll be publishing both of those. So yeah, if you do the 30-day link, you're fine. You will absolutely be able to take advantage of the Black Friday specials if you want to when they come out.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Thanks
So
a
good
lot.
question though. No, thanks for asking. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Eric, you're up next, sir. What's on your mind?
All right, so here come the technical stuff. So my goal is to kick Salesforce out of my office,
Uh-huh.
and I use a lot of the tools to communicate. So the emailing, so a lot of things that I like what Go High Level does. Um, can you talk a little bit about if it can connect or how it can connect to your accounting software or like I use QuickBook Online. Could I replace my QuickBooks and just have summaries that go to my CPA and then I don't have to run QuickBooks? It's not essential. I use a lot of platforms, but I don't use any of them deeply. And that's why I'm trying to.
That'll help. So I will tell you that one of the things that we replaced is we used to have a separate subscription tool that we use just to manage our subscriptions. We no longer have that. That runs through there. We do still have QuickBooks, although I haven't been in it in over a year because I don't go in the system. But we do have that for our accountants and everything else. There are tie-ins that you can do. I don't think I'm doing any of them at the moment, um, because of the way just whatever my ops manager has chosen to do, that's kind of her call, not mine. But there are a ton of integrations with that. The other thing that's really cool is that GHL has both an API and an MCP server. So that gives you the ability to connect in a lot of different ways when you're pulling data. Thinking especially like the other way, let's say you've got an AI app that you want to pull data from high level, you can do that very easily through their MCP server. So QuickBooks, I can't tell you for sure. Um, we've gotten rid of our contract signing tools. We've gotten rid of our subscription management tools. We've gotten rid of our email software. We've gotten rid of our CRM. Trying to think the other things that I had that I got rid of. I don't know if I mentioned my contract signing tool, like, we'd
Yeah.
send all those we've gotten rid of, and we use high level to handle those.
The I wasn't familiar with the brand, like the brand management part that
hmm
you pass through real quick, because I think that might be something that I could brand the manufacturers I work with.
You
So
can, you
how do
can
those work? What does that do?
What's the nice thing about that is as you're creating templates, emails, anything like that, it's basically like a brand library. So let's just say because I'm sitting in a steel case chair at the moment. Let's say you're selling office furniture, a steel case chair. You can have all of that in the brand library. And when you go to build out a promo for steel case, you've got everything, their logos, their colors, all that's right there instead of you having to upload it again. It's essentially, if you've ever used it on like Canva or anything like that, it's very similar where you load all the brand assets in and they're just available to you throughout the other tools that you use on the app.
Okay.
So
All right.
does that make
That's
sense?
good. Yeah, no, it
Okay,
makes sense. Thank you.
cool. Absolutely. Good questions. I'd love to see you get Salesforce out of your office too. It's the bane of my existence when I was a sales rep many years ago. I never liked it. So
Yeah, no,
awesome.
their sales and their service isn't the best either. So,
Which is amazing based on what they charge. But oh well, such is life. All right. Next we've got up Anshuma. What's on your mind?
Hey, Jonathan. So Eric asked part of my question. I actually wanted to know what are the different tools in your tech stack that you use now, apart from Go High Level, which is making your business run, and things that you've gotten rid of, which you already answered.
So we do use QuickBooks for our accounting, and we use like G Suite for word processing, spreadsheets, email, that type of stuff on a individual level. High level handles almost that we don't do. Again, it handles our email, it handles our reviews, it handles our store. So we used to have, like a e-commerce. We don't have that. That all runs through that now. Um, it handles all of our subscription management for all of our memberships and that. I used to pay a lot of money to school. I don't do that anymore because now we put our communities in there. Um, Trying to think of other.
You said Beehive. I still didn't understand why do you keep the Beehive
Oh
with
yeah. So good
do
question. So
email marketing here?
there's a number of different ways you can do things. Because of the size of our email list, we actually are on what's called a private domain. In other words, we've literally registered our domain with all of the ISPs out there essentially, so that they go, okay, this is who is sending it. You don't have to do that. We made that choice because it gives basically now I'm responsible for maintaining the reliability of that. Anytime you work with a MailChimp or you're working with a Beehive or even starting to work with high level, you're on what's called a shared IP. You and other businesses are sending from not the same email address, but the same IP address behind the scenes. And let's say that you and Eric are both doing that, and Eric decides to buy a list of 20,000 people and spam them. That's going to hurt your reputation. You can get around it, you can fix it, but it's going to hurt your deliverability for a period of time. By us doing a private domain, we're solely responsible for our own issues and our own mess ups if we mess up. But we do maintain Beehive because one of the things they look at, and we have an email consultant that helps us with this because we're, to us, like you, I'm sure getting emails delivered to the inbox is a big deal. And so they help us with that, and they've given us all the formulas that we use. But we check every week for emails, and anybody who has open emails within a certain period of time goes to what we call our A list. If they haven't, it goes to our B list. Now they're all opt-in, so everybody's opted in. We've never like bought any email addresses or anything like that. But the B list goes over to Beehive. No pun intended, it's just the way it worked out. And we do that because of the fact that if we can send out as many emails as we want on Beehive and have terrible delivery rates, and it doesn't hurt our main domain that we're sending out our A emails on. If we did both of them, the reputation of our A domain would go down. It wouldn't be like, we wouldn't get an F, but right now we're like an A plus. I mean, we've got like 80% deliverability or 80% open rates and stuff like that. And we're doing really, really well. That would plummet if we put all of our B emails in it. So I just made the decision to spend the extra money with Beehive. It costs us about $300 a month, just so that we maintain the deliverability. Because in my mind, I need to sell three more trainings because I did that than without. And I'm sure that protecting the domain will let me get into the inbox enough that over the course of 30 days, I'll sell 3 more trainings. So that's why we do the Beehive. It's absolutely not a requirement. In fact, if you don't have a list of over 10,000, I wouldn't even consider it. But once you start building up again, we're just a little over 100,000 now. That's when you want to start adjusting that accordingly.
Got it. Thank you.
Did I answer your question? Did that make sense?
Yeah, that was helpful.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good question
Hey,
overall.
Jonathan.
No, I do not have a hard stop.
Maybe
that's not where you're going.
That was a great answer for the question I wasn't going to ask, but
there we go. I appreciate it.
Probably. But one of the things that's needed to do the move is your agency relationship number. Is that something you want them to email support for, or?
Well, I mean, I can give it to you. There's nothing wrong with that.
I know what it is.
If you know what it is, just put it in chat. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to get your permission first.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, if you guys have an account and you want to move over, just now. But let me say, stop real quick, Sherry. Hang on. No, don't do that. Yeah, I was gonna say thank you. Yeah, don't give that because nobody's moving over to me. Nobody's going to move over to my account. Sherry, you're on my account because you're on staff, but nobody else is actually moving to our account. So they would be getting a new account or extending it.
Well, how would they, but if they're an existing person, they need to like move from where they're at to yours or not?
Nope, not at all. Just on Black Friday, the only time I can actually get credit for a new client is on like a major sale like Black Friday.
Client. Okay, got it.
Well, and I meant an existing. Sorry, it's end of day for me. My words, I failed to lose them. So like if you're on FormWise right now, just stay on FormWise. That's fine. When Black Friday comes, if you like the Black Friday deals, you're going to have a link that says for existing customers. If you click on that existing customer, you're not hurting FormWise at all, but it helps me with my endorsement deal with them because they obviously want to make sure that we're sending in the appropriate number of people to them. So that's a good thing for me. That also, when you do that, I'll get a record of that, and that means you get all my GHL trainings for free. So that's the benefit, but you're not moving to my account. So nobody, thank you, Jester, just for telling me, nobody actually needs my number because nobody's moving underneath my account.
So there's a link on the main page for the bit.ly link directs you to
page with my picture on it, right?
Page.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is a link towards the middle. Well, I mean, depending on your screen resolution, that says already a high level user. Click that.
Let's find out what it does. This is what we get with new relationships. I don't always know what's going on, so let's find out. Let's see if I got that link handy. Here it is. Thank you for helping me out. So let's see here. Frequently asked questions. Started an extended free trial.
No, scroll up. It's right there
Oh, you
underneath
already
start
have.
and extend and free trial, already a high level user. It's a green button. They're two together.
Oh, right here. Gotcha.
Yeah.
When I
I don't
asked
know if
Interesting.
that's the
Perplexity,
same,
when I asked
but
Perplexity, it said that was the place you were coming from, that agency relationship number. They said it was
That
where you were
that
coming
makes sense because you wouldn't need mine because you're not going to go to my plan. You're basically leaving the other one and resetting. So yeah, I think you would need in that case, and if you have it, you can publish it. But like if you were leaving FormWise, and I'm not recommending anybody do that, but if you did, you would need FormWise's agency relationship number, not mine. I'll still see it get credit because it's a link that gets tracked for me. So you guys will still get your free training. I'm not going to take that from anybody. But yeah, this would be the relationship number of the company you're working with. Sherry, do you know if you're with somebody? Can you see that? Like, can you go in and see my relationship number from your sub account?
no,
Okay,
it's the owner has to do it. I'm gonna
gotcha.
go look and see if I have FormWise's number.
Yeah, I think that would be the only, and I will take a screenshot of that and double check so I get an answer for you. I don't know because it never came up, but I will find out. All right. While we're doing that, Philip, you're up next. What's on your mind?
Same. Well, I was one time I was with Go High Level, and I'm trying to use it for basically SMS marketing and mainly. And with Twillo, I guess because there's such a very low unsubscribe rate that it basically would shut down every now and then. Do you have a way to around that? Because I know you were talking about this Beehive stuff, or
Yeah. So are you talking for SMS or for email at that
yes,
point in
for
time?
SMS.
I don't know
Um,
on the SMS side because Beehive is an email. It's like a Mailchimp or something like that. It's just they're a little different, and so they don't do SMS that I'm aware of. So you're saying they would actually shut your account down because you didn't have enough unsubscribes or something like that? Is that
no,
correct?
it was like it was a very low percentage. Like I
Or
would say
maybe
now
open
something
rates?
close to maybe like 1,000, 2,000 SMS messages, and
Hmm.
if like maybe three people said stop, that was
Oh,
enough for them to shut it down
yes.
for like a certain amount of
They
time.
Okay, they are absolutely crazy, and this is not GHL, Twilio, whoever. So if that's the case, I want to recommend to you. I think we just saw them pop up. It's like my CRM SMS. Let me just see if I can find it here. Yep, here we go. So this works in. Let me share my screen. This system, and I will introduce you to this company if you want. I know the owner. They're out of New Zealand, I believe, but I've met him a couple times. He's a good guy, and he's been doing this a long time. They have a solution that gets around that problem. And again, I can't explain it because I'm not selling for them. But if you're interested, Philip, that's who I would talk to. Talk to my CRM sim. I'm 99% sure they'll be able to get you around that and save you money in the process. And if you want, just if you message me online or send an email to support at whitebeardstrategies.com, we will get you a connection for them. Because I'll actually just give you their owner's name. It's Gary. But I'll get you connected with Gary if you want that.
But how would Go High Level integrate with that
They
site?
integrate directly with High Level. You actually have to use High Level to use their product.
Oh, okay.
Um, and they work directly on the SMS side inside a High Level.
Okay, and it's pretty close to the Twilio rates, or not quite?
I actually think they're less, but I'm not, I wouldn't, I haven't talked to Gary in a couple months, so I don't want to
Mhm.
swear to that, but, Gary, so here you go. So you get SMS, iMessage, and WhatsApp marketing, and it's quick, which is true. CRM plus high level, unlimited text messaging without the hassle of A2P and per message charges. So
Okay.
let's see, do they have a pricing? I don't know that they do. They're incredibly affordable for what they do, and it does work. I mean, it works really well. Um, I met Gary when I was back in the agency space,
Hmm.
and so that was 2, 3 years ago. He's still doing it. Nothing's changed. I've spoken on a, oh, here you go. So SMS, if you want SMS, $97 a month, and that's unlimited messages.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Gary Sims is his name, but I'll be happy to, like you said, I'll be happy to introduce you. I don't get paid anything to do it, but that's the answer to your question. I'm sure that's the answer to your
Okay.
question, Philip.
Okay, well,
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really do appreciate you. I mean, you get a worth of, I mean, a great amount of value for what you in
Well,
all
thank
of
you.
your events that you put on.
Well, that's my
Thank you
goal.
very much.
We try to do, I love the feedback though. So thank you, Philip. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye.
Michael, good to see you. What's on your mind, sir? Oh, you are muted there. There we
Yeah,
go.
good to see you too as well there, Jonathan. Blessings to you. And my
Thank
question
you.
is, do you have to have a website set up before you join GHL, or can I just
No.
do everything on GHL?
You can build your website there if you want to. You can build your blog there if you want to. There are different schools of thought. I'm not going to always say that my website's on WordPress because I think it makes sense to have it there. But I'll tell you, I also spend a lot of money to keep it there that I wouldn't necessarily have to spend if I kept it on GHL. So I don't know that it matters. I'm just kind of old school. I came from that world, so I have a hard time at 56 changing horses, so to speak. But yeah, no, you do not need a website. You can sign up with a Gmail address if you want to get started. And you can build your whole website out on there. And there's the other nice thing, I didn't show it, but they've got a whole template library. So like if you want to build out a website, you can go and pick one of their templates and use that. I'll click through here real quick and just show you. Let's go back in here. So let's go down to sites. Sorry that my screen's kind of wonky here. Go into websites and we create a new website, pick from templates. You can do it from scratch too, by the way. But you can take a look at some of these. I mean, there's some nice looking website templates in here. If you find one you like and go, hey, I kind of like this one, I literally can preview it, and here it'll tell you what your website's going to look like. You can customize, by the way, logo, colors, images. But if you go look at that and go, oh, I just kind of like that one, you can do that. You can even preview how it's going to look on tablet and mobile. So there's like how it's going to look on mobile. And if you want, you just pull that in, you go in and change your colors, update your logos and pictures, but you have that design that's already set up that you can use. And there's 627 templates to choose from. So there's just a few of them.
That's great. Thank you, Jonathan. Really appreciate
Absolutely. Thanks,
that.
Michael. Yeah,
As you know,
absolutely.
I just started my business, so I didn't know if I had to have a website or not in
No.
order. Great.
And I'll tell you, I pay for website maintenance alone on my website, which is not a complex website. I pay more than the $97 a month just to have the website company, which is the company I founded and then got left, just to maintain it. So again, yeah, definitely if you're looking to do that, especially it's for startup and cost, it's my mind, it's unbeatable for what you get for it. You can get your website and everything. So good question. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate you asking.
Appreciate it.
All right, next we have up Tina. What's on your mind, Tina?
So I think my question is very similar to Michael. So apologize for
That's
the
okay.
basic.
No,
So apologize for the basic question, but like I'm part of the profit mine, and so I'm just starting too. And so I'm trying to figure out like where go high level fits. So like I still need like the website, the email, build out the emails and a landing page and a newsletter. I need all the things. So like where does go high level fit in? Is it like at the beginning, like I can just kind of start using it for
if
everything?
great
Or
question. If I was starting a new business today, the first thing I'd do would be to get an email address from like G Suite or something like it's Google Workspace. The second thing I would do would be get my high level account. Because like what Michael just said, you can build everything out that you need. You can build all your sales pages, your email, your newsletter, your reputation management. You can manage your social media, everything that you need. Okay, stop that. I hate the word everything. Virtually everything that you're going to need to start up, you're going to have there. So yeah, I mean, I think it's great for a startup. I will tell you, when I started Whitebeard Strategies again, I moved over from my agency. One of the first or second things I set up was a high level account for Whitebeard Strategies. It just, I think I did. I think I bought the email first and then I got this set up because now I had everything I needed. I could communicate with people. my big thing is, if I'm going to do like lead forms and stuff, I want to make sure when that lead form gets filled out that I'm tracking that, Tina, that I'm not going to lose that lead. And one of the things that High Level does is does all that tracking, again, all the things related to that. So to me, it was a no-brainer that I did that from my perspective because of all the functionality that I got.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a good question. Thanks for being here, by the way. So
Thanks.
appreciate that greatly. All right, next we have Enola. Actually, it's not Kay, we talked earlier. You're still trying to get that fixed, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I'll
That's
figure
all right.
that out.
Kay and I talked earlier today, and I called her Enola too because I just look at the name, and then when she popped up, I'm like, hang on, Kay, how are you? So, what's on your mind? What can we do for you, Kay?
Well, I would like to know because when you showed the sub accounts,
Yeah.
okay, and then you had communities
Mm-hmm.
for the classes, what's the difference? If you can
Good
only
question.
have 3 sub accounts.
Sub accounts are different businesses. So let's say you run a business and your husband runs a business. You can, for the $97 a month, you both can have your own Go High Level account.
Okay.
Yep.
So
And then the communities and the membership, you can have an unlimited number. Those are more comparable to like a school community that you're setting up for people to join and things like that. But yeah, for the $97 a month plan, you get they don't advertise it greatly, but you technically get 3 businesses that you can add underneath that. So yours and up to 2 others. So it could be for a spouse, it could be for a family member, a friend, another brand you have, whatever, you can do that. To go more than 3, then you need to upgrade.
To what?
From there it goes to, I believe, $297, so $300 a month at that
I
point.
think that's what you did something a few months ago, and I don't know if they talked me into it. I was just getting started, but that's what I've got right now. I'm
In
paying
all likelihood, you could probably downgrade to the $97 a month plan.
Okay.
As Sherry said, they've got 24/7 support. So Joe, I'm sorry, said that you could log into their support and just say, hey, I want to downgrade to save some money. I don't want to leave. I just want to downgrade. That'll matter to them a lot when you just tell them you just want to downgrade. Is there anything I'm using that means I need the 297? And they should tell you. But the only reason we went to the 297 was because we'd added another brand and we needed to do some integration with it, and so we needed the 297 plan. Ironically, like 2 months later, we decided we were going to discontinue and merge that brand in the Whitebeard Strategies. So today I don't need I'm on the 297 plan, but I don't need it. I don't use anything on the 297 plan. I could be on the 97. So the reason I haven't downgraded, for those of you going, Jonathan, you're spending an extra $200 a month. No, because I'm endorsed with them. They actually pay for my high level account, so it doesn't matter to me right now. But that's the only reason I haven't fixed it. So
all right, that answers that. Good.
Sorry,
Thank
guys. You know me. I'm transparent. You always get more than you want out of me. So sorry about that.
That's exactly. I love that.
Awesome. Thank you, Kay. Good to see you. Hey, Shannon, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
It's late for me too. I look outside, it looks like midnight.
I was going to say, I feel like you're in a different room, but I know we've been on a couple Zoom calls at night, so I know it's just the light coming in from the window.
It is. It is for sure. It looks darker in here. So I have been in Go High Level for a while, and then I just had a thought when you were talking about your emails, and I haven't gone to like having all my stuff automated yet as far as emailing things out. But I loved, by the way, what you said about the way you handle the replays and having all of that stuff aside, because I am famous for, oh man, I got to flip to the replay and I got to send the emails, and so
Such a
that's a
hassle. And
huge.
we used to be there. That Google Doc has saved us because you can set the Google Doc up in advance. As you know, we send it out even before, and here's the link. And it's from a customer support perspective. Faith will tell you when Faith came on who's our customer support manager, she was buried. In fact, we thought about hiring another person almost immediately. We moved to that Google Doc, and Faith now actually has capacity. It's been a massive difference for us.
Yeah, I'm doing that too. I take a page from every book you show us, because why wouldn't I? Why I want to make it harder?
At least the
But
ones
so
that
I
make
am
sense.
doing, yes, but what I haven't done is have the email set up to already go out afterwards, like that 7 hour delay. That's such a great idea. So I'm gonna definitely do that. But my other question was, I'm on a lot of your email lists, and what I wonder is when you're doing an email capture for, like, say, a newsletter or for something else, do you have tags set up so that when you set, you could send just the newsletter to just the people who want
Yes.
that, and so they don't have to opt? Oh, yes, because that way they're not necessarily opting in for promos, or if they do a lead capture for. Could you talk about that for just a second? Because that
Yeah.
functionality is huge.
Yeah, so we have it right now that, when you sign up for something, you only get signed up for what you sign up for. Now, we do have a generic tag for clients, and there are sometimes that clients get emails based on what it is. So, like for Black Friday, all of our clients are going to get an email. They're not going to get 20, but they're going to get an email telling them about Black Friday. So whether and as long as they've done business with us, I got to check the laws. I think it's in the last 12 months we're allowed to send that out. My marketing team, again, they keep track of that better than I do. But what the cool thing is let's say you came in and said, Jonathan, I don't want the AI letter anymore every day. I got enough. I don't need it.
Right.
Then when you go to unsubscribe, you're going to get a form. Are you looking to unsubscribe from everything? Are you looking to unsubscribe from just this? And
That's
that's been a
awesome.
huge difference because, the other problem when we first started doing that, when somebody unsubscribed, they got unsubscribed from everything and they got what's called a DND or do not disturb tag.
Right. And then they don't get when they
And the
purchase
problem is,
something.
then they
Right.
want to buy something and they're like, I didn't get my email. And it's because you were on DND because you unsubscribed from lists. So there's absolutely ways around that. And it's just by using multiple tags and figuring it out. We had to update. So we have an automation for an unsubscribe now. We didn't
Okay.
because I set it up at first. Now we have it set up by smart people. And
Oh boy.
that now walks and so it just asks you when you unsubscribe, say, hey, we're so sorry to see you go. Would you let us know? Do you want us to unsubscribe you from everything? No problem. Or did you just want to unsubscribe from the item that you were on? And that way, if you're in an email that we sent out, you only unsubscribe from either that campaign or from that whatever it is so that you're only getting out of one thing. And that's again helped because we were getting regular people that were like, well, I unsubscribed, but I guess I didn't know what I was unsubscribing from. I thought I was just unsubscribing from the promo email because, I had one lady tell me, I buy it all anyway, Jonathan. You don't need to send me the promo emails. And she goes, but now I'm not getting any of them. And so we had to fix that in the system to accommodate for
Yeah.
that. And that's just was an oversight on my part, candidly.
Yeah, I've had that happen also and had to go back in and fix that for customers. So that's good to know. But so just like to recap for my brain late at night. So if I was only getting the newsletter from you,
Hmm.
when your staff is putting out the newsletter, they have a tag. They
Yes,
have a tag that's already set up and they only send it to the newsletter people. And that's a separate tag that's added, but not for all your clients, only for
correct.
newsletter people.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
I love
I don't
that.
remember which is which. We have two daily emails, but one of them has like 20
Right.
or 30,000 subscribers and the other's got like 18. If you're subscribed to both, you'll get both. If you're subscribed to just one, let's say you're on the 18,000 list, you're only going to get that email. You're not going to get the other email
Okay.
because you haven't signed up for it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it is easy to add tags to existing customers you
Oh
already
yeah.
have to manually add them. So that's definitely something that I can
Yeah,
do.
we
That is so
we'll,
helpful.
we'll we'll talk about some of that in other trainings, but yeah, you can create smart lists, and on smart lists you can
Yep.
say, oh, I want a list of all the people that meet these 27 criteria, and then I want to add a tag to all of them. No problem. Yeah, so it's
Oh yeah,
really
because
cool.
you can say people who bought this training and this training, and you can send them a coupon for a training that maybe has something to. I love that because I've done a
Yeah.
lot of smart lists. That's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, good
that's super
stuff. Good
helpful.
stuff.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm
Good.
excited about this.
Absolutely. By the way, did you get that email I sent out earlier introducing
I
you? Okay.
did.
Just
Thank
want to
you
make
so
sure
much.
you
I
got it.
already contacted him, so I'm really excited.
Perfect. I
Anything with
appreciate it.
dogs and clients. I love that.
Well, when he said he needed help and he had a dog training business, I'm like, I bet that'd be Shannon. So again, let me know
I'm
how it
not
goes.
training dogs, guys, just so you know.
No, no, no,
Don't call
no.
me about training your
No.
dogs.
I'll disclose this. This is real simple. So you guys know I think you guys know I don't do done for you or done with you services. That's just not we don't have the capacity for that. So I was talking to somebody from a mastermind I'm part of today, and they wanted to hire us to do that. And I said, we don't do that, but I know somebody who'd probably be really good. And based on a number of factors, I referred him to Shannon. One of the benefits of being in the mastermind, then I refer if I know you've got something coming. I've referred a lot to Joa and Sherry as well, but just one of those
Yeah.
things. So yeah,
Thank you
no,
so much.
thank you. Camille, you're up next. What's on your mind?
Thank you so much. I think you've answered almost every one of my questions between you and Sherry.
Awesome. I love it.
Thank you. I won't keep you, but I'm very interested in the community aspect of GHL. Could you just like briefly give me an overview
Sure.
of what it takes to set that up?
It is so incredibly simple.
I was
So
afraid of that. I kind of feel
yeah,
silly asking.
don't feel silly at all. It's fine. I don't mean that. I don't mean that in that way at all. Just so you'll get the memberships tab. And again, we talked about this a little bit earlier. When you buy through my link, you're not getting a limited. You get a full account. It's not a sub account. It's a full brand account. You come in and you simply set up a community and you go to the group setting. And then you can see there are multiple groups in here. And setting up a new group is literally as easy as typing in create group. You type in a name, it fills in the slug for you automatically. That's like the shortcut that goes in the address bar. You enter a description. You tell it, do you want it to be public group that's discoverable by everybody or no? You upload your branding to it. There's 3 images. You don't have to upload them, but if you do, it just looks prettier. And you say create group. Once you're in a group, since I just created one earlier today, let me see if I can find the GH. Bear with me, guys. I have a few groups here. GH high level trainings. There we go. So I created this one earlier. You guys are all going to get an invite to this in the next day or two. Probably not tomorrow because I've got to get the marketing team to clean it up. But then when you come into the groups here, you literally just click on settings and here is where everything is. In fact, I'll put a link in here if you guys want to ask for access, but we will send it out. But there's just a link in case you want. And then I get to choose how is this. So this group, for example, will be a private group, not a public group. It'll be accessible from the switcher, which is on the side here. If you have multiple groups, you can do it. And then allow members to invite new members. And I'm going to turn that one off. So that way it'll be private, just to people that I invite, but accessible. And then I can see I missed an L here. Let's fix that. My ADD kicks in. Then you can, if you want, this is a free group, but let's say I wanted to charge for this. I could actually add a price to this if I wanted to, say $20 a month, and then give a trial. And then it is literally a paid group. So you can set up a paid group like that. You connect it with PayPal or Stripe, and it'll manage GHL, and PayPal will manage all of that for you. If that link doesn't work, guys, it's probably something on my end. Again, I'll let my marketing team clean it up and fix it. I apologize. Then there's a newsletter. Do you want to send out oh, it does work? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I just did it. Yeah.
There's a community digest. So I will turn that on this, like say every week. And that means that every week it'll use AI and it'll create a digest of what's happened in the community and send that out. I can brand it here with my icons. I can create different themes, different colors that I want to. If I want it to be dark, see, I can change that real easily. I can ask membership questions when people join. They have gamification on here to kind of encourage things. I can create and add different promotional links. So let's say here, I want to add a link for get 30 days of GHL plus my trainings. Let's say my GHL trainings. Oops. Say we'll do plus training then. And then I can put in my link and I'll make that. So now that'll appear as a promotional link in the group so that that's available. If people report content, this is where I can see. I can import members directly from a school community, and this is cool. You can even import all their content into the group, which is really cool. And then I can decide if I want it to be discoverable or not. In this case, I don't want it to be discoverable, and I can save all that.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, go ahead.
2 things. Could you click on that gamification for me real
Sure.
quick, just so I can see behind it?
There's not a lot in there.
Ah.
But you basically set your members and then what they need to do to create that. So if I go into edit, I can click different names and all that. And then you can click rewards. So I can set up different rewards that when you hit this reward, I can give you a discount. I can give you a coupon. I can do all kinds of things from that. So that as you, let's say, level 10 is, depending on which way you want to call it, I have to look at it. You come in at a level 9 or at a level 1, and then you get to level 2 by making 5 posts. And when you make 5 posts, I give you 10% off a coupon or something. I can do that type of stuff.
Okay. My brain went to courses that are gamified, so sorry. And
No,
then
it's
my
right.
only
But
my
you can
only
do
other
that
question.
too. This has full course management. So GHL has full course management. You can import them right into here. And so I can go over here and make the courses available. And then I didn't even get to that part of GHL. That was one of them that we'll skip. We will get to it at some point. But you have a full course management here.
Oh, I don't need Memberium.
Nope. You can you can create an entire course. So I only have one or two that are out here. These are not my trainings. These are a little bit different, but I guess I have a couple of them out here I've been playing around with. And these are courses that you can get into, and I can link from wherever I want. So this is one that I put like in my reseller network. It's free, but I created a course and then I put it inside that group. So anybody in that group then gets access to that. So yeah, I didn't even talk about, I've totally skipped over the courses.
I'm in love.
Yeah, it's
So I'm
I love
assuming-
HHL. I really do.
Oh, I can see why. It's really nice to thank you for doing this training because I've been on the fence about this for far too long. So, and I'm assuming that you import tags, so you're tagging people to go into these groups,
So
or
go ahead,
we
Sherry.
want to be fair. We want to be fair because I'm not sure who's talking, but you jumped in front of some people. So maybe
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, I
okay.
called on her. I called on her.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, she just her hands down now, so we can't see. But no, it's all good.
Actually, I was in line and somebody put my hand down, and so I just got back in line a little bit later because you were answering my questions, and Sherry was answering them in the chat. So
Yeah, no,
I did raise my hand again.
You're
But
good.
thank you. That's
Yeah.
good for now. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Joan, you're up next. Or is it Joanne? I don't want to say that
It's
the wrong
Joanne.
way. It's Joanne.
Thank you for
Okay.
So Jonathan, I'm pretty new to your community, but your training is just, I so resonate with the way you train. So I thank you
Well,
for
thank
that. And I
you.
was a previous GHL customer, but it was all done for you. And so I never really learned the tool. So I was just curious if you could give kind of a high level overview of how maybe, are you going to be incorporating some of your GPTs as we're building out funnels and potentially websites to help with some of the sales content and things for sales psychology? Could you talk a little bit about what we can expect there?
It's really a lot of you guys are going to drive a lot of what I do for training. So my commitment to high level was that I would do 30 trainings over the next 8 months. That will not be a problem. They're going to be single sessions like this one that we're going to put together. So I'll do 30 or 29 plus more of these, and I'm probably do more of that as well. And you guys are going to drive a lot of what you're interested in. There are definitely some things I'm going to cover, but you guys are going to give me that feedback because I want to meet what you guys want to learn. The nice thing is I can even get high level staff on if we need to. If you want to talk about a topic that makes me go, I don't know, I can bring high level staff on. And Sarah, my marketing manager, some of you have met her before. She's agreed to get on because she's forgotten more about GHL at this point than I probably learned. So we'll have definite resources for you in those areas. We'll definitely be talking about as we get into some, this was just an overview tonight. So we'll be talking about some very specific things as we go forward. Like here's a campaign we need to build out. How do we build out the landing page? How do we build out the A/B testing? How do we build out the thank you pages? How do we handle automations? We'll build out some of those in much more detail than we did tonight. Tonight was really just designed to be here's an introduction to GHL. I hope this makes sense. I hope, it's opened up. That was our goal with that tonight.
Okay, and then just real quick in that same vein, so I understand there'll be all the technology behind it, but then there's obviously the sales psychology behind the wording in your sales funnels. And since you're so good at building out GPTs, and I don't have all of them because I'm new to you, but
that's okay.
Will there be some GPTs available that we can work in conjunction with Go High Level?
Most likely, yeah. I mean, I haven't thought it through, but I'm not at all opposed to that. I mean, I think most of you guys know I actually enjoy building them out. So again, this is really where the community aspect comes in is I'm going to be looking for you as a community to give me that feedback so that I know what needs to happen and what you guys want to see. So I'm sure we'll have some GPTs that get included in the training. Like you said, here's one that's trained on how to build out landing pages in GHL and write copy and things like that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks. I'm glad to have you here. Karen, you're up next. What's on your mind?
Hello, Jonathan. I'm so excited to be
Hello.
here.
Well, I'm so excited you're here. What can we do for you?
Okay, so I'm ready to like streamline because I have things all over the place. In January, the American Indian College Fund is already going to be hosting a webinar, and they said, Karen, you're going to do the webinar. So I would love
Nice.
for this to be the like, okay, after I do the webinar, you all come over here. I
Mm-hmm.
am currently under somebody else's white label, and I
Okay.
met them, very, very sweet person, very, very nice. The problem is I didn't know Go High Level at all. And
Sure.
every time, like I'm on the stage pitching, and then if I wanted one thing changed, I didn't know what was going
Right.
on. So they're
Yeah.
not very responsive. And I love the person, but I think I want to just like, okay, now that I'm taking your trainings and I can learn how to do it myself, I want to just come over
Yep.
here.
Absolutely.
What I'm interested in using it for, right? I do all my social media posts through Go High Level right now, all
Okay.
of it.
Perfect.
It's a little wonky with the videos because I can't fix those thumbnails. So that's like, there's like little things, but everything else I'm posting every single day. So what I want to do in Go High Level is once my first webinar, I want to invite people to come over to my Go High Level and be in my, I guess it's community. I
You'd
went
be a
in there and
community
tried
group.
to
Yep.
make a course. It was a hot mess because I'm coming over from Squarespace where everything was literally like click, click, click. And so that was a challenge for me. So I don't think I'm ready for the course, but I'm thinking, can I treat a membership like a course and just
You
give
certainly can.
people,
Yeah.
like this is the
Yeah.
series, the how to get it done series or the AI for tribal college faculty, and just treat that until I'm ready for because the course there's so much customized. I
And I
don't think
and I will tell you once, and we'll go through. We're going to have a training on setting up courses as well. I
Mhm.
can't tell you how quickly we are going to do that, and you will find it's really it is there are a lot of options, but it's pretty easy to work your way through once
Okay.
we do that. That's the other thing too, and I will tell everybody here that's you guys are part of this community. So if you want something, let me know what it is, and I can put together guides or my team can and things like that. I want to, as usual, I want to try to add a ton of value to what you're doing, and hopefully in the process you meet new people that want high level and you go, hey, go to Jonathan's stuff because he makes it worthwhile. That's my goal. That makes me look good with high level. That means they do an endorsement with me next year again, which is positive for everybody involved. So it's a win-win all the way around. So, let me know what you want, but I think you'll find it's a lot easier than what it seems like on the first blush. And the
Okay.
main reason I say that is I figured it out, and I'm not always really good at that stuff. But it was there's no doubt the first time you get in, it's kind of like, whoa. And that's why I say I kind of compare it to buying a new car, where you get a brand new car and you're like, I don't know where stuff is because it's in different spots than it used to be. That's
Yeah.
just, yeah, it is easy to get a hold of. The other thing I'll tell you that is amazing, if you've used either the is it Astro browser from ChatGPT, I'm never going to remember because I don't use it every day. Atlas. If you use the Atlas browser from ChatGPT, or you use the Assistant browser from Perplexity, you can ask it how to do anything, and it'll literally walk you through it on the screen. It blows my mind. So if you use those, I did that. I got stuck the other day, and I'm like, "How do I do this?" And it's like, "Go here," and then it's like, "Would you like me to do this for you?" Yes,
Yeah.
and it literally completed it all for me. So really, really cool.
Okay, so if I want to leave that white label and come to use your link, do I just
You'll have
manually?
your own account at that
Okay,
point, and you basically move out of it. So on that link of mine that I put in, you'll click the I'm an existing customer,
okay,
and then you from there you then can put your information in, and you should be good. So
okay. So even though
yeah.
I'm under her white label, I still have a link because I thought, oh,
Yeah,
I'll
you'll
just
you'll
ignore
still
it,
yeah,
pick
you
them
can
up
still
on
move out.
new.
It's inside the high label infrastructure, everything's the same. I mean, it's
Okay,
like Sherry said, it's I shouldn't say that. I have not looked at it, but I'm sure it's just one big database. And they go, oh, Karen, instead of you being underneath this person, you're now on your own. And it's not
okay,
really that you're on your own. You're going to lose their logo on your stuff. You're going to have a GHL logo on it instead of
yeah,
their logo.
okay, okay. Thank you. I
Cool.
think that was my question. Course
All
membership.
right.
Oh, the email situation. When you're making an email, there aren't any like pre-existing templates. You have to go in and make
No,
your own.
there are pre-existing templates. Yeah.
Okay, for email.
Although I would candidly, I'd use ChatGPT or Gemini to write one. They'll do a better job.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, there are pre-existing ones. There's lots of variables, so it's pretty simple.
Okay. Thanks.
Good. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. Nice seeing you. Jess Sturgis, you're back with us again. Hopefully this time I'll know how to answer your question and I won't have to backtrack. What's
No, that was
what's on your
good.
mind?
Good learning. Um, I can see as a customer of yours my invoices and everything, so I know what that looks like. But since I don't have it set up for myself on your end, I'm wondering how robust the financial piece is, like the tracking of invoices and sales and all that.
It's
Can everything be done in there,
I always hesitate when the word
or
everything,
not
but
everything?
there's no, let me say, I don't use any other tracking. We track everything through there.
Okay.
So we
So
track all, go
what about
ahead.
expenses? I was,
We don't
what
know.
about
It's not
expenses?
it's not an accounting system, so it's not going to track your
Okay.
expenses and that type of stuff, but all your revenue, anything that you sell as a sales system, it is not an accounting system, so it's not going to do all your accounting for you. But it'll do all of your revenue recognition and that type of stuff as long as it's going through the system. So,
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
saw the Wave and Zero integration, so I kind of figured that, but I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, and there's a QuickBooks integration too, by the way. Somebody had asked earlier, I forgot about that. There's a direct QuickBooks integration. So whoever asked me about that earlier, I think that was you,
I
Eric.
think it was Eric who's next.
Yeah, there is a direct QuickBooks integration. I forgot about that. So awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, and here's Eric. Yeah, I think Eric, it was you about QuickBooks. I forgot. There is a direct QuickBooks integration directly into high level. So I forgot.
Correct. Yeah. In fact, the whole time during this discussion, I'm running Perplexity over here and I'm like feeding my questions and making sure that I'm getting it down further. Um, could you look at the branding piece that you flashed up
Yeah.
earlier on again and kind of give me an idea of, for me, would be the manufacturers we present, that we market, and would they be, would I need a single account or do I need to do the multi-vendor account?
Well, you don't need a multi-vendor account unless you're going to give them GHL accounts, which I can't imagine why you'd need to do.
No, in fact, I'm trying to brand everything to me, but I
Yeah.
want to differentiate essentially it's higher level than product because I have
Yep.
multiple products, but I want to be able to say my brand and then my manufacturer's brand.
And you can do that through here by adding a design kit. So
Mhm.
you can upload your own. You can start with one if you don't have one. Let's go pick one just for yucks to make it simple. And so I just selectively created that one. And then when I come into here, you'll see you upload your logo, your different variations of it. You have your color palettes that you can upload here, and then any typography stuff. That's just going to control what happens in your when you're doing other parts, when you're building out landing pages, building out websites, building out products, anything else, you'll be able to control that. So if I look in here for Whitebeard Strategies, you can see our logos in here, our main colors are in here, our main typography is in here. We could upload a square logo, which I should probably do because we don't have that, but I have one of those. Then here's some of our colors and our fonts. In fact, I'm going to change that if it's there because it's actually Montserrat now. We updated. So, but like here under colors, I can add more colors. So I've got another, let me grab it here. I've got a light blue. So I can add that one in really quickly. And then I've got a gray that we use. So it's literally just a matter of bringing that over and putting those colors in place. So it's pretty simple, all things considered. And I've got a royal blue that we use.
So
Oops.
this will drive my marketing and start templates and things like that. You mentioned a website. Can I actually push out multiple websites under high level under my brand?
You sure can. Let me go back to that real quick here a minute. So we go underneath sites here and you go to websites and you can build multiple websites here. So you can see, for example, there's a nonprofit. I used to live up in Michigan. There's a nonprofit, a little city, they did a Caledonia concert series. Don't laugh. I'm not a good web designer, so let me tell you that. But this was like 3 years ago that I did, and it's still in here. But I created their site right here, and for their Caledonia concert series that was taking place that they had. And again, I'm not a good web designer, so bear with me. I had people that did that, but that has nothing to do with my business. And it was just a website that I created. So you can create as many as you want in here. You
And I
can,
can
you know,
build
you
that
can,
under the URL that I like. Can I run different
yeah,
URLs and then just
yep,
mask the U this
exactly.
line
So
URL?
this one, let me see if I can find it here, the settings. So under stats here, a minute, what do we have? Sales, security, settings. There it is. Sorry. So we attached the domain Caledonia Concert Series,
Gotcha.
and you can chat different ones if you want, whatever you want to do. You can put in your tracking codes. One of the things we haven't talked about at all because I don't have it on, but they have an amazing chat widget. So I hate chat widgets on websites, and the reason I hate them is because every time I go to use one, there's nobody there to respond. This is actually a chat widget that connects to your text messaging. So basically, when you go on it and use it, it's like, what can we do for you? And give us your number so we can text you back. And you're getting approval from the user, but you're beginning a text SMS conversation directly with them, which is really cool and simple. So,
Oh yeah.
uh,
No, that's
yeah,
that's fantastic.
I like that. And it shows up like normal. It's like this box right here that you see down here. In fact, is that it? No, that's not it. It's unrelated, but it shows up like that. You can customize it, and then it pops up on a little thing and says, I don't even remember where that's set up. It's probably under marketing. Let's see here. Might be under sites. Was it there? I don't know. I don't use it, so I don't know exactly where it
Sure.
is. But again, yeah, there's tons of things like that you can do. And the neat thing is you can have as many high level sites in here as you want. So,
Yeah, and you've got support staff like I do, so you can direct this over to support that's going to
yep.
run the communication. Okay.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, my team I have set up with there's all kinds of different user level roles that you can assign people to. So, my wife and I are the only super admins, so we're like the only ones that can delete the account and that type of thing and change payment details. But,
Hmm.
Sarah, my marketing manager, she's like an admin, so she can do everything else because I want her to be able to do everything else. And I've got other people like contractors that only do certain things for us, and that's
Hmm.
all they have access to is to the things they need to have access to. So yeah, I find it to be a great system. It's worked well. Like I said, we've used it since 2021. So
And then so I could essentially buy my domains from GoDaddy or whoever I want and then assign them through
yep.
this.
I
I,
used to
I
have
learned the
domains on
hard way.
GoDaddy. Now I have them through Namecheap and yeah, I just connect them. They give you the whatever DNS records you need to change, and they literally give you like screenshots to show you exactly what you need to do. It's super simple. If you're on GoDaddy, it's even better. They actually do a direct connection to GoDaddy. You just literally click on connect. It connects to GoDaddy, asks you to log in, and it makes all the changes for you, and then says, "Are you good with this?" You say yes, and you're done.
Okay. Good. That's
Yeah.
that's helpful.
There is a
So
there is a reason ClickFunnels, which is one of the other major providers, is in a world of hurt nowadays because these GHLs just ate their lunch over the last couple of years
mhm.
with their features and costs and all that. So
Yeah, I like it. I learned the hard way about keeping control of my domains, though. That's why everything's at GoDaddy. I still have some Russian company I have to pay every year to keep one of my domains active, and I can't get it
oh, I've been
transferred
there.
away. Yeah.
I've been
So
there. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Eric.
thank
I
you.
appreciate it. All right. Next, we've got is it Vadi? Am I pronouncing that properly?
Beatty.
Vadi. I'm sorry. We'll try to
Yeah,
remember that next time. How are you
no
today?
problem. I'm doing great. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for all your classes. I really enjoyed them. So I have Go High Level currently, and I have a real estate company, and I run all my real estate, my title company, my real estate brokerage, my property management company, all through Go High Level,
Okay.
and I'm a affiliate under another company. And
Okay.
so I enjoy your trainings, kind of like one of the other members mentioned here. And I'm still kind of learning Go High Level and trying to get better at it. But I do run all of my social media, my contracts, and payments for I have my Stripe account set up, and payments and things like that set up through it, but still trying to get better with my automations and my workflows and my funnels and those sorts of things. So I wanted to know, how can I participate with some of the trainings that you have?
Great
Because I'm
question. So
already set up through with Go High Level, but I enjoy your trainings and your teachings. So is there going to be an option for people like me who
yes.
are already who's already
Yeah.
set up?
Yeah, for the first probably 30 days, I'm going to do a number of these that are just going to be free because I'm trying to get more people like you to come and join in. But there will be an option, and I'll make it super reasonable for everybody else. But yeah, because I get it, you're already there, you don't want to move everything over, and I'm not asking you to move everything, but we'll make sure that the trainings are then available to you, and it'll just be a nominal fee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then there'll be a fee to pay for the trainings to participate.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, unless you sign up under me. But again, it's not because they're different. It's not, and they are more marketing oriented. So I'm not trying to, I'm not there. I'm probably thinking it's going to be like 97 or 197 bucks for the year. So
Okay.
it won't be. And again, I haven't decided, but it's not going to be any. I'm not going to do like $97 of training because these are different. And I fully admit part of the goal behind them is marketing. So then I
Sure.
don't want to charge a ton for them.
Because I'm on the 497 plan.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Currently, just because of all the different entities and businesses that
Yep.
we have that we run under the plan right now. So
Makes sense.
yeah, yeah. So
Awesome.
okay.
Well,
Okay.
thanks for joining us, and
Thank you.
hopefully we'll see you around again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Next, we've got Chris. Hey, Chris, must be, we want to know what time in the morning it is, right, for you. Oh my
Um,
goodness.
it's 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. here. Yeah.
You are a trooper, but I love seeing you. What's on your mind?
I am very glad with all the things you do for us. What's on my mind? I have a cheap email system that's on System. Um, Everything is on there, and I want to know two things. If I can I go over like a person that doesn't do much on email things at the moment, or must I wait for that?
No, if I'm understanding right, it won't matter how much they're doing or not. That's just one of the many things that it does. So yeah, you could move over without any issue that I'm aware of. I don't know what that other system is now. Just the big difference is, again, this wouldn't be your day-to-day email where you'd be receiving. You don't have like a inbox where you'd be receiving everything. Although I think actually now that I say that, I think you can do that. That's not the design of it though, but it's not going to really replace like your Outlook or your Gmail, but
Yeah,
for
I
all
have
your
a
client
Gmail.
communications, all the things that you're working on with Gord and other things like that, all of that stuff can all come together and be sent out and managed. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. That was
Cool.
what I need to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. So happy to see you, and thanks for joining us so late at night. I do appreciate you. All right,
Thank
Shannon, you're
you.
back. You're back with us. What's on your mind?
I am. I just found something out, and I didn't know if people generally, or if you know this, or if you've ever used it.
What's that?
Did you know that Go High Level had a gift card option? I
No, in
did not
fact,
know that. I
the
looked it up
the
on
question the
Perplexity.
question the
I think it
question
just came
just
out
came up
like
today.
today or
Oh, did
yesterday.
it? Okay, because
Yeah.
I had a client contact me and it's end of year spending, and she convinced her employers to fund her to take some courses with me, but they had to spend the money before the end of the year. So I made her a Stripe link because I didn't know I could do it through Go High Level. She paid her amount of money, and now I'm trying to figure out the best way to track it. So I went, wait, I wonder if I could set up like a gift card, and it just popped up in Perplexity that you can do that and they can spend their gift card, and every time they spend it. I thought that is amazing. I had no idea. But Joa says it just started, so maybe that's why we
Well,
didn't know.
that would make sense. Literally, my team was talking about it today, and I'm like, it's not a native option, and it's not worth the time it'll take to make it work. But I just messaged Sarah and said, guess what they just came out with today? So
It's right here
cool.
at Perplexity.
Seven
Guys,
Yeah,
hours
that's
ago,
so
Sean
exciting.
Clark
7
posted about
hours
it.
ago.
7 hours ago,
Okay,
Sean Clark
well,
posted about it.
we're right here
Guys,
now. So that's
this is
like,
one of the
that's
reasons
huge.
I love this community. Guys, you are amazing because I try to keep up on it, but you can't do it all. And Shannon and Joa, thank you so much. That's awesome. I love,
Yeah,
love, love
that's
that.
really big news.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's going to get added to our spotlight. So, or our good Black Friday. It's getting late for me, guys. Sorry, it's my
Good Friday
brain's
is
losing.
also Good Friday is also a Good Friday.
It
And
is a
Black
Good
Friday
Friday,
will be a
yes.
Good Friday for us. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. We all win. Thank you.
I'll
Thank
tag you in
you.
the post, Jonathan.
Oh, thank you. That would be amazing. I appreciate that. All right, just what's on your mind, sir?
All right, super fast one. Earlier, you were changing the color codes for your branding, and you went
Yeah,
down to the bottom of your screen, and then a stripe popped up with all those codes. Where is that? What are you using for that?
I use an app called Paste,
Oh,
Paste,
okay.
and it's a
Okay.
clipboard. It's a clipboard manager, is what it is. So,
I didn't know
if
you
you
could
just
clip color codes. That's really cool.
yeah, Paste you can do about anything in it, and then you can pin them. So what I love about that is I can pin and I have different categories and stuff that I can use, and then I can pin stuff so I can find it. You can search. Yeah, it's like $20 a year. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, I've literally used it before AI came out. It's just one of those easy tools that you use all the time.
All right, cool. I figured it was something like that. Thanks.
Yeah, it is. It's called Paste. As simple as that. So thank you. Eric, you are back up. We'll wrap up with you and then I'll head back out. Thank you guys, by the way, for sticking with us for 2 hours. I so appreciate that. Eric, what can we answer for you?
Mine's an easy and quick question. So I'm gonna have, if I go ahead and move over here to go high level, I'm gonna have multiple users. So in your
Uh-huh.
trainings, is it basically however many users we have,
As
or that
many users you bring your whole team if you want. I don't care.
okay?
Yeah, not a
That's my
problem. Awesome.
thank
Guys,
you.
thank you so much for joining me tonight. Again, it's been great. I would love your feedback. So I'm going to give you just a couple seconds before I shut the meeting down, like 2, 3 minutes. If you've got other things you'd like me to talk about, I'd like to know what's important to you. I also, again, we'll be sharing that link out for the group. I want you guys to join into that. That'll be for all of you to be able to continue to see the trainings, catch the replays if you miss them, anything like that. I appreciate you guys joining us. And then again, if you haven't signed up and you want to, please do use my link. If you are and you want some Good Friday specials, wait for our announcement on Thursday or Friday when we release that, and you'll see a link for existing customers. And it won't mess up your existing relationship, but it'll help me out if you don't mind doing that. So thanks, everybody. Again, I'm going to go ahead and I'll actually just do the outro on our music because that runs about 2.5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And if you guys want to just share with me, again, the things that you want me to cover, that would be hugely helpful. And we'll do that. And I'm going to drag the timer to get to the right spot. Hopefully we get it close. We'll go 3 minutes and 30 seconds and I'll share and we'll go from there. Guys, everyone have an amazing evening and we'll talk to you soon. Appreciate each and every one of you. Oops, and then I shared it without sound. That was good, Jonathan. Try that again.
Do 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 do.
Yeah,
do,
exactly. It's where's the
do,
music?
do, 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 do.
There we go. Have a great evening, everybody. See you soon.